Happy birthday to you. I hope the cameras are working. Happy birthday to you. I hope the sound is working. Happy birthday, dear fairy wind. Happy birthday to you.
And if the sound wasn't working, we're not doing it again.
Yes.
Razzlemeyer says this. Can we get a little shout out for Razzlemeyer? And as always, Ziggy USMC. You can find a lot of his amazing writing and voice acting work on the internet. Normally, I have the link when I'm on my upstairs computer, but I'm not on my upstairs computer, and I can't go gunk. So sadly, people. Ziggy USMC cannot post links in the chat, but Ziggy, go ahead if you want to say hey, just search this and you'll find me. He gets 10 cents a listen, so just go play that shit, loop that shit, have some fun. The Nemesis is here. Yes.
If they just put spaces in between dots and stuff, they should be able to.
Okay, our stage manager says you put spaces in between dots for your links, you should be able to post the links. But yeah, guys, go.
Why would we tell them that?
I trust all 8 people in the chat right now.
Okay. Sorry, really quick. Amazing thing.
Yeah.
They just it's beta mode, but they just added a mod mode.
Yeah, I saw.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot, wet, and sloppy. And a special shout out to Acolyte. Acolyte did a big purchase for the channel. I'm very, very excited. This happened today. He is actually buying for the channel the Daggerheart books that Matt Mercer has made.
Poggers.
So some of our one shots are gonna be doing some Daggerheart content. There's a lot less people to compete with, and I do.
He said no credit.
Oh, he did say no credit. Oh fuck.
Well,
all right.
We'll scrub that from the VOD.
All 8, yeah. Well, we just won't post this VOD. All 8 people here. He did specifically tell me no credit, and I forgot.
Okay.
He really he's not joking. I fucked up, and I'm sorry. For no reason at all, we might be doing some new Daggerheart content. I want to let you guys know that. I'm pretty excited for it. I hope random people in the chat forgive me. But yeah, it's going to be pretty great.
We gotta start doing announcements only on Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah, and we gotta start having better medication for memory loss and concussions. Because people tell me things and I really mean to do them. I really mean to, with all my heart.
I want to play DnD, so we're going through DnD.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and go around the table. 2 cents about you, 2 cents about your character.
Cat, Miranda, Warlock, Barbarian, Paladin, Tiefling. Those are all my classes. Sometimes she likes a glass of Merlot by the beach.
She's a Merlot girly.
The red. It's all going down.
GME.
Jam, Karama, Barbarian Fighter, got these hands. I'm also black. Nice to meet you.
Shit, really?
Yeah, how do we follow up on that?
Yeah.
You're black?
I'm trendy. I have not known sleep since Night Rain came out.
Oh my god.
It's very good. Very good.
One of the best compliments I've ever gotten is the fact that he's here right now.
Yeah. Today I'm playing Stothic Dunbringer. He is the Hobgoblin Divine Soul Sorcerer and Order Cleric. Stothic went to Strixhaven in the Prismari campus and was taught under Professors Uvilda and Nasari, who are a Magic the Gathering card. Oh, what? We're blending universes. Oh, shit. Let's go, Wizards.
I had Rakdos show up in a game yesterday.
I deadass thought.
fucking cool,
I
man.
deadass thought that you were like, I have a rack.
He was puppeteering a high priest of Keon. But you could see he just had this high, I just acted like this, the whole time, and then the player was like, wait, what's wrong? And I'm like, yeah, you just see, I described it really well, but you just see this head come up like this, Rakdos is just under the table.
So essentially at Prismari you have 2 schools of teaching. You have the Jinn, who is Uvilda, who teaches control and order, and Nasari is the Ifrit, who teaches chaos and expression. One time when Stothic was trying to impress his professors, he lit the lecture hall on fire. And he was scolded by Uvilda, but to this day they're bickering about students showing their powers every time something unexpected happens, and Nasari just says they're expressing their art.
And what school was this?
Strixhaven.
Strixhaven, okay.
Yeah.
Because there's
official D&D content.
If you ever wanted, there's some really great schools in this world, such as the Red Raven Academy, the Owlet Academy, the Coyote Community College, and
Scheherazade University.
Scheherazade University.
Yeah, or I went to whatever, homebrew school you sort of shoved into the pseudo-Forgotten Realms universe we got going on.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. That's on a Tragic the Gathering card.
Tragic the Gathering? What? Is it really called that?
No, this is a real Magic card.
Okay.
Thanks, Wizards, for giving us content.
You know what?
Whatever.
Honestly, if that's not already a thing somewhere in my game right now, in my world, there is a card game called Tragic the Gathering, and it's very similar to Magic.
Perfect. Okay, we're writing that down. Write that down.
Revenge of Athena. If you could put that in the wiki, like right now, Tragic the Gathering.
Yeah, it's like Gwent, but
Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Macnil Mayo, Resident Owlet, girl here on the channel, and I play Dandelion Moose Musculus, the bubbly wubbly punk rock anti-capitalist circle of the city druid satyr. This week's fun fact about Dandy is she is really into things like dandelion wine, dandelion jelly, and dandelion coffee.
And cannibalism.
No, not that. But for those of you who don't know, you can actually make a coffee-like drink from dandelion roots. So it was very common during the Civil War and such, but also in Appalachia.
Have you ever tried one in real life? Are they good?
Yeah.
I haven't had. I've had the wine and ciders.
Yeah,
and
we had it up in Canada, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've had dandelion cider with her, and it was quite good.
Yes.
And I am everyone else, and I am super excited tonight, guys. We are 8 subs away from a giveaway. Every time we get to an interval of 25, we give away Steam keys, and when we get to 400 subs, we do another Drunk History chosen by you guys from the channel. The last one was a shit show, but it went really, really well.
It was?
Yes, we didn't get it. Look, we were great. You were great, but nothing was working. We were trying to play StarCraft Brood War.
RTS.
Not the.
It's really hard. I like to be able to think and take my time and not be under pressure. Everything's moving. Oh God, why are the enemies already here? I haven't clicked anything yet.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were trying to get it. We were trying to get, and it was working on my computer. But once we tried to get it on OBS, everything went haywire. We got an OG copy of StarCraft 1 Brood War.
Oh, cool.
Not the remaster, and it all went kaput pretty swiftly. There's no options like in the game from 1998. Like there's no like windowed borderless, like windowed full screen. There's just you can change the brightness.
Well, leading away from Drunk History for just a second, if we reach 450, we are going to be doing a familiar game
episode
with the Graveyard Brazen. So
and everyone has to be really cool about how much stronger Mac and Gurman are, than everyone else.
How much cooler they think they are.
I mean,
I feel like Night Monkey should have advantage in melee.
So the monkeys are the only ones that are going to get skill proficiencies that are not on the. So she gets whatever the Warhorse Paladin summon shit, whatever.
No skill proficiencies.
She just gets that, but it's got
it's a horse, but it's very strong.
Yeah, it's got a 20 strength. It's incredibly powerful. It's got
Step
a
on
lot.
you.
Yeah, it's got a lot. It's got 2 attacks around if it charges. So for a pet, that's really powerful.
And Tidbit's got a gun.
Tidbit has 5 HP and a gun.
We should have bought one of those today for Tidbit.
That's all you need.
Oh, I think we have other prop guns.
Okay.
Any hoozles?
What are we doing tonight?
We are diving swiftly into our recap, and chat is popping. I'm going to read chat because I love when you guys are this active. It fuels me as a DM, and so thank you. And I'm going to respond in there while Trendy is doing our tradition where he reads his shitty notes and we try to make sense of them.
Yeah, and you called it recap, and I think that's a good name for it.
Recap? We're going to start our recap. Write that down.
So first note was I need to use more props, so I brought a Magic the Gathering card today to represent Tragic the Gathering to represent my character's backstory. Holy shit, Dinglefingerman is real.
Dinglefingerman is real, and he's amazing.
Followed by a note with a very shitty drawing of Charlie saying, "Oh, what's your spaghetti policy here?"
Did you send him that clip?
Yeah.
Did you send him that clip of that guy that was big Charlie energy panda?
No, I don't think
Okay, we got some more shit to show you later.
So anyway, our world has cell phones, ATMs, and subways. Eat fresh. His name is Inigo Dwarf Toya. You killed his father. Prepare to die. I don't know. I just say shit sometimes. The finger goes first, the dingle is always last.
So we had a guest star, Dingle Fingerman, who was hilarious, and it went very, very well.
Yes. Yeah, our quest was basically to assist him being extorted for his labor from this gang that took over while the city's under siege. Right?
Oh yes! Oh my gosh! And we got to Jam got to do. I don't want to get ahead. of
Let's see. I have a confession. My character is a coward. That Witcher-looking motherfucker. That you?
So I think before this, Jeremy got to do essentially like it kind of ended up being the scene from Captain America: The Winter Soldier, where
They confronted him instead of an elevator. It was on a subway.
Yeah, it's a train car, and Kurama just goes, "Before we get started, does anybody want to get out?" And he just 6 dudes attack Kurama, including Dingle Fingerman, and like he rolled a nat 20, and I just flavored it as he just kicks someone through the window out the subway, and they fall to their it was like.
So there's this really cool scene where like this guy runs up and he like Kurama tries to pull his sword out, and he like catches it, mid unsheath. And my note was, the ops didn't watch the show intro. If they did, they would know Kurama doesn't need a sword. He's got these hands.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Only his wife touches his sword.
Yeah, it was really interesting because he train card he couldn't fully draw his blade, and they kept like grabbing his arms and slamming his blade, so he had to like mostly just kind of. It was awesome.
Followed by another classic reference. You thought I was trapped on this train with you.
Yeah, right.
Imagine if Naruto was an absolute unit.
Imagine Naruto was black and buff.
Yeah, it's all in there. Absolute unit. Yes.
Yeah, right there you go.
The hostage emoji. That was a real thing that.
Yes!
I timed that right as that happened with the hostage emoji because you are a hostage to the stream's demands.
I'm trying
anyway.
to get Spooky's Amazon Prime sub by stripping. Anyway, keep doing the recap.
Yeah, so we decided that in-game, because we have cell phones in our D&D world.
You have sending stuff.
And in order to communicate with emojis, we decided that the hostage emoji is the monkey covering its mouth.
Yep. So if you ever get a text like from Kurama that's like three hostage emojis, it typically means they've taken a hostage. You guys got to think of what's it means when like you've been taken. Like what would Dandy text if Dandy?
If Dandy was taken hostage, what would she say? Like
what's the emoji for I've been taken hostage, not I've taken hostages?
It's like the smirky emoji with 2 finger guns, but then the monkey mouth, like.
Yeah.
I like the guy that's melting too, like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Also, when I picture the Graveyard Brazen, a lot of times, and you're like in your downtime, you guys are like trying to charge your sending stones like behind the bar and stuff, like the way you're trying to cell phone.
Charged by like the moon or something.
Oh yeah, or something like you're leaving them out or you're plugging them in somewhere.
Yeah, they're solar powered for mine because I worship the sun god and all that.
I have a really cool picture of Kurama in my head, like holding his katana and just like doom scrolling, like in a fantasy setting. Like
We need to like, as a group, at some point talk about what the fuck the sending stones look like, because we're on here.
It's like a whole ass cell phone, dude. It has
takes
everything.
pictures.
Yeah. And then let's see. You speak bubble. Bloop bloop. Bloop bloop. Yeah, bloop bloop. We got Adunic, god of malice.
Yeah.
Adunic is a fuck.
Adunic is a fuck. That is actually in a holy Bachian scripture. Adunic is a fuck. That's it. I'm not rhyming about him.
So this was probably the best quote that I've seen in a D&D game this year.
Yeah.
If gnomes were attacking us, it would be the shortest siege in history. And that was courtesy of Dingle Fingerman.
Thank you, Dingle Fingerman.
Yeah. Lost Log, the case of the missing poo. Alright. Sometimes
Don't
I'll just
know
be
about that
saying
one.
shit.
Don't know what that one meant.
Boxic Dawnbringer. I don't know. Did I get into a fist fight with somebody? What happened?
No
I
idea.
don't know. Oh shit, it's Iron Maiden. I love them. Dixhaven. It's always something, you know? That's the school for a different kind of craft. Anyway, quote, I want to kill him with the least amount of suffering. I believe that was from our bard.
Yes. So what was happening with it is the Adunic is the god of suffering, torture, and malice, and the bard, the bard, who is a devout follower of the god of joy, wine, and birthday parties, was like, I noticed they were reveling in death. They were like, yes, pain and suffering through death. She was like, I want to kill him painlessly, like no sufferings.
And final quote was, "Can he be peacefully buried in trash?"
100 biddies. What do I have to do for those? No, what do I have to do for
That
those?
concludes
No,
our
she
recap.
asked
Yeah.
me.
If the VOD is up on YouTube, it was a trip. Dinglefingerman was such a great
Dinglefingerman
NPC.
rocks.
We hope to have him back.
We almost did. We were this close to have. Do you guys have to?
He was like a what was his craft? He was like a tailor or something, and basically the gangs were taking over the city during the siege, and he was being extorted for his labor and all this stuff. We basically helped him out. Karama took out all the ops solo.
Oh my God, Karama killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people for fun.
Thank you,
onwards we go.
Spooky. Thank you, Rowan, Floyd.
Guys, thank you so much for the hype train. It really helps set our channel apart from other channels. It does way more than know. We drastically appreciate you. And you know what? Everyone's going to start with some advantage ducks. If we get to hype train level 2, we will do side quests. I truly love them. They're one of my favorite things to do on the channel. I keep meaning to add more.
Swap it, because she'll bite me.
Yeah, give him the.
I'll take whatever, man.
That's why you're getting vampire.
Can I get a teeny tiny?
I was gonna give you the unicorn.
That's a whole platinum
Okay,
piece
I
right there.
Can I have tomato?
Fuck all of you. Give me the
strawberry.
unicorn. And he can have this one because he's cool and doesn't care. Here you go.
Thank you.
Ah! All right. There you vulture. That's me. That's me. All right, cool.
Alright, so where are we currently since Miranda and I weren't here?
Well,
Yes.
we basically saved the day, so it's all good. We're just chilling.
No, the city is still under siege, and you have an appointment with the king.
Again?
That already happened, and he gave us a quest to escort the most important rebel leader outside of the city to go recruit some more units for his army.
Yes.
So that's what we're doing.
And also to bring her to the current base of operations of the evil king, and to create unrest, which is what he's asking you guys to also do. While we're holding the siege, go cut off the head of the snake.
We can hold out, but only for so long.
Yeah.
Bring us reinforcements.
And cut off the head of the snake.
Yeah.
Alright,
You know,
cool.
Hail Hydra.
Fuck me.
Hail Hydra.
So we do
It is
have
hot.
another appointment?
Well, so you guys are all meeting up at a rail yard deep underneath the Kara's Anchor and trying to find a sneaky way out of the city, because the city is under siege and they've sealed all the holds.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Let me get into character. Okay.
All right,
we're gonna rock right into this.
All right.
So you guys want to go shopping for some fantasy items?
No, I'm tired of shopping.
My last shopping trip, I determined I don't have enough gold. Or
Also,
platinum.
Miranda, Dandy, I need to know,
Oh yeah, we don't have our.
what were
our
you
form.
guys doing while they were helping Dinglefingerman?
Exploring each other.
The lack of hesitation.
Looks like everybody got Dinglefingerman.
So, is it canon that you cheat on Otavia?
No.
Ah, shut you down, bitch!
Sorry, she can't.
Wow.
Wow.
Pride
Wow.
Month is until
Altavia must have
Wow.
proficiency with whips. Got him.
I don't know. I feel like
we moved that. You know, it speaks for itself.
I feel like we were out there talking
Let's talk about
to
it then.
dwarves,
Just talking to dwarves.
like inspiring people, all that.
Yep.
Yeah, I probably had a divine quest to bring the light of the goddess Circa to these poor people who are
Okay.
under
They were just
siege.
dorking it the whole time.
There is a Circean Abbey here in the Kara's Anchor. And it's kind of been repurposed completely into a hospital while the city's under siege. It is not much of a place of worship. The beautiful black chapel, the Blackstone. Thank you, Rolla! The beautiful Blackstone chapel.
Oh,
That is- Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No. Sorry, I'm moving along.
You first.
My bad.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
If we get to a hype train level 2, we'll do side quests. Go ahead now. Sorry.
Okay. The reason that Dandy and Miranda came back to everybody is because Dandy felt Drac appear inside her head again.
Nope.
No.
Wait.
Okay, well.
So, you step outside the chapel, covered in blood as you've been helping with triage. Kind of all the pews have been replaced with kind of hospital beds, and it is a makeshift auxiliary med bay at this point. And you step outside and you sigh. Maybe you light up a pipe and try to relax when you hear, "Not again!" run! And flying through the sky. Okay, so we're cutting over to you two. Karama and Drac. You guys are still in the warehouse. And you
I am
guys,
Drac today.
And no, you're not.
Oh, well, looks like we have an extra $1 million platinum in our report today. Well, yeah, you know.
That's not how Drac does this. So, you guys are there with Drac.
I'll put it on Dragon Credit Card.
I'll put it on Dragon Card. Yeah, so you guys are still in the warehouse. You guys have trying to get some of the ill-gotten gains back to the people. You're wrapping things up with Dinglefingerman when Drac suddenly goes, "Oh no!
He's
Oh no!
mad about
Drac!"
it.
Sorry, he goes, "Oh no! Karama! Karama, take me out!
No.
Hold me, Karama!" He said no. And then
I've been saying this for I know where you're going.
Drac starts clawing at the floor as some unseen force starts dragging Drac into the sky. He's like, "No, no, no, no!" He grabs like a lamppost. "Mac, help me!" And he's getting pulled apart. "No, again!" As he goes shrieking across the sky. Well, the different caverns bouncing off stalagmites and stalactites like a ping pong ball. Danny, what are you doing?
Probably checking probably texting Stothic to be like, hey, where are you guys? Is everything okay?
Drac's on his way.
Like, oh, good!
and then, like, coming 200 miles an hour is a blue sapphire combo. And he just, is on a Kalash course for your neck. But then, the weird, swooping into you, thing happens. And I need you to know, everyone around you, the dwarves you were talking to, as you're like, come here and, learn how to safely shave and all that, are all just, the greatest of, what the fuck?
It's complicated. I have a dragon not imaginary best friend. Miranda, we should go.
That was a kobold. That wasn't a...
He's actually, it's fine.
I'm gonna shoo the dwarfs away.
Just shoo the dwarves
My
away.
superior height.
Really quick, I'm pretty sure that we should have gotten a hype train level 2 because Roa gave us 500 biddies and it didn't move.
It moved.
It moved?
I watched
it
it
moved
move.
to 56. Okay.
Yeah, I moved to 56.
If we get a sub, it would have gotten us to a hype train level 2, so I would count that. Next sub, side quest.
Okay.
Alright, anyway.
I tried.
But yeah, so you guys are still in the glory of the Karas Corps, and again, imagine New York City under siege. People are coming together, but it is rough. There aren't really many restaurants anymore. Everything's kind of been converted to auxiliary food stations. Every district has a different job, such as arrow making, creating bandages, and you guys are trying to meet up in the city.
Sorry, everyone. I'm dehydrated, so you're gonna see me making good decisions and bad decisions.
I would probably be moderately concerned because it's been a while since they've been conjoined, right?
Yeah, it's been a very long time.
Bruh, thank you for the 5 gifted subs.
5 gifted schwabs? Let's go ahead and do some side quests. And as that is happening, as you burp ever so slightly because of consuming Drac once again,
Don't make it gross. This is supposed to be cool.
you begin to levitate.
Can I move? Am I
Yeah.
just levitating?
Yeah, you get to levitate.
Okay. I reach out and Miranda, I'm sorry, and hold
Can I
Miranda's
message
tail. Run.
I'm gonna be really concerned and slightly annoyed, so I will run to everybody. Just ever so, because I'm concerned, and you're very just wee. Yeah, but I'm
It's weird.
we
Just accept that it's weird.
I'm gonna be running to rejoin the party because I'm concerned for Dandy's safety. And she's fucking levitating like a fucking balloon.
See, okay, I'm going to imagine, chat, that it's from the ass up.
Face
That-
down?
That she's just kind of like a fat little rain cloud.
Do the position that Tristan sleeps in sometimes with
Yeah.
his knees stuck under his butt in the air. Alright.
So yeah, I'm a hurry to the party.
You summon Gurman, kind of somehow the magic of Dandy tethers to the
You
back.
can be on the fucking horse.
Tethers to the back of the hearse, and Gurman, who I always picture like in the hat from Bloodborne, you know Gurman's hat.
Yeah.
I always picture the horse like in the hat with like the scythe on his like in his saddlebag and like your gun on the side there. Also, my pipers, you will be getting a side quest sent to your Discord soon. I'm going to try not to read them because even I like being surprised. But yeah, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop. As you're riding through the stone. You seem like you feel like you're committing some sort of faux pas. As you kind of look around, you haven't seen any horses in the Karas or Angkor. You see some goats or some roche, are they called? The underground beasts of burden of the Underdark.
Oh yeah, it's like the
Roke?
rocks or something.
Yeah, Roke or Roche or something. Chat, if you know how to pronounce it, let us know. But they're
Yeah, like the cows that emit light.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, they're like Underdark cows. Like you've been seeing pulling those, but no proper horses. And people are
Not
like,
even ponies?
I don't think you've seen a pony. But you're like, oh, I never! Just leaping out of the way.
Can I see if I can overhear as I'm passing, like, what exactly they're mad about?
Yeah,
Just
sure.
so
Make a
there's
perception
no-
check.
That will be a 16.
16. So you hear someone say exactly why they are upset, because that's how people work. As you're riding through there, it's like, a horse. No one uses horses down here. We don't have the facilities to clean up all their shit. How'd you even get a horse in here?
Magic horse!
Magic horse!
Aaron's not shitting on there.
Rowthe. Rowthe.
Roth. Okay.
Roth.
I might be
Roth?
thinking of something
Roth?
else. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Thank you, Roa. All right, and you got, but it doesn't take you too long that you do meet up with Karama and, oh my gosh, Stothic. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
The concussions are bad.
Fake fan. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry, you said concussions like right as I
Nobody
I am
remembers
just
who he is. He's just a
concerned.
support character. It's
I
all
am
good.
concerned sometimes with how much I can remember. All right, so you guys do make it there, and you meet up together, and you are deep. Like, every time you think that the Karas Angkor, this giant dwarven city, can't get deeper, it does. At one point, you even the four of you got on, like, an elevator, but, like, a ye old one done with, like, weights and ropes and what? Okay? But it's getting lower and lower and darker. The magical paint that mimics the sky above the mountain, so whether that is stars, whether that is the sun, you can't see any of that as you just descend and descend and descend. But at this point, you guys are all together in a very... the Karas Angkor has smelled very, very well this whole time. For example, a lot of bakeries and restaurants are built on top of forges, like double-decker housing, because they use the heat from the forge to bake the bread above it. So there's a lot of, and dwarven bread making is an industry. It's a very well-known, like, Turkish rugs, dwarven bread making, big damn deal. So the Karas Angkor, in the city underground, it does not smell stuffy. It smells like spice and baked goods and hearty salted meats just wafting through the air. And booze. It smells like a good strong stout. It has never smelled like a wet, dank, underground chamber until now. It's moist, it's uncomfortable, and it's... Stop it. But it's just this creaking as... You're not exactly sure how this, again, shaft is being powered. It doesn't seem arcane in nature. You hear multiple pulley systems, and you're just you're imagining teams of dwarves at the bottom as you guys are getting lower and lower, and it's starting to smell bad, like some rot. And for my Bloodborne, and sorry, for my Souls players, as you guys descend a bit deeper, and because again, it's not like you open up, eventually it stops being a shaft, you see what you're setting into, and it looks like this rickety, strange ruins. There's some stones, but mostly wood, hundreds of years of rot, and almost imagine like a blight town out before you. A very curious, strange, deep, wooden structure. And wood being down here is already very bizarre, because, you have to go onto the mountainside, cut down a tree, and bring it all the way down here. Why is there wood down here? Why would there be? Because this is impossibly deep. This is where like the Balrog sleeps.
Dandy has grown a little rose in her hand and is just she doesn't like the smell. She's very uncomfortable with rot.
Yeah, Druid crafts a little rose in her hand.
And is Brew with us?
No,
not yet.
Okay. Are we heading into the Underdark? There's a possibility we may encounter some wildlife that might not be too happy to see us. I suggest keep your lights out. Follow the bioluminescence like they do. Use your dark vision if you can rely on it. No lights.
And with that, I dispel the what is it called? The permanent continual flame from my shield.
If you want, you don't have to do it just. You can see at the very bottom there are some lights and some torches and some dwarves moving around. So
Okay, so it's not like uncharted territory.
Yeah, like there's a presence down there, but your instincts, they feel bang on. As you look out, you kind of feel like you're looking into the Underdark frontier.
Okay. It's unusual, but it may be our safest way out considering all the forces that came from the Underdark are fighting on the surface. They may have left a few stragglers behind, so never let your guard down. Of course, Crumb, we ain't got to worry about that, do we?
Has anyone here been in the Underdark before? Is it part of your backstory, or is it something you always imagine your character doing?
Maybe once or twice.
Once or twice?
Yeah.
I don't imagine, unless there's some hags.
Hags do not typically dwell in the Underdark, yes.
Do we have any night vision goggles?
I do. But it's
I think it would have been maybe just one time to fight a Drider before.
Okay.
Dandy, you can hold on to me.
I'm picturing you
Keep
being
close.
led by a tail.
Yeah.
That you just have her tail and you're just kind of following her around.
I'll take a picture and I'll send it to Altavia.
Me holding someone else's tail.
Roll a d20 for me. Roll high. Roll very high. Roll quite high. What do you got?
That's cocked.
Okay, go for it. Big money, big money.
That's a 2.
That's a 2. You do not have Altavia's number.
Damn.
DG giving a reroll.
Your friend request on red, dude.
Thank you.
Or wanting to re-roll whether or not they're friends.
It's just whether or not like he had a sending stone when
The
he was
way
hanging out with Altavia.
I'd be helping you out with the Alondos.
You have Altavia's number.
Yeah, I do.
For the Night Rain player, I believe this is yours.
Oh, fuck yeah, let's go, baby.
I love when you walked in tonight in chat. Let me know if this is true. Panda just looks at him and says, "You look like 1998." And it was just,
You look like how a 13-year-old boy feels about mozzarella cheese sticks.
I love mozzarella cheese sticks, dude, right? We were talking about the God of Joys and everything is Bacchus, and I'm like, that's Charles Entertainment Cheese.
What I renamed him. Oh, anyway, we need to go to Chicken Guy together.
Okay.
Wearing this outfit. I'll wear mine. It'll be
Look how
great.
tropical we are today. It's about to be June, dude. It's hot outside. I shaved my head and everything.
And I got
You look good.
possums.
Nice.
a lot of white men don't, but you look good with that.
Thanks, man. From a fellow white man. You're the absolute authority on that. You know?
Case is so white.
Well, I'm allergic to sunlight.
Painfully white. Both culturally and physically.
I'm
I
Irish.
like the office.
I'm Irish. We're dirty white. Like we're.
Nah, it hasn't been that way in a long time.
All right.
Anyway, the Underdark.
The Underdark.
But yeah, it keeps kind of grinding down.
That's where I thrive because I'm white.
And that's where you
I avoid
see
sunlight.
3 tanks. Big ass.
They're on our side.
Can I choke you for narrative reasons only? You see.
Are they moving?
No. And I do want to take a moment and kind of describe your characters have never, maybe you've seen similar things, but you guys have never seen engineering like this before. You have seen arcane masterworks. I think you've even seen some of the Dresdian airships. You've seen Altavia kind of ham his one together when you guys were fighting in the Vampire Coast. But this is very much...
No magic about this. This is
You have no idea.
This is a war. machine.
But you see steam coming out. You see weird barrels on the side, wooden barrels on the side of the Oathkeeper. And there's kind of like a... And behind the main one, there are some hitches with some mine carts. And there's a lot of dwarves and gnomes kind of packing supplies. What?
Well, I guess we'll find out, and I'll save my question for that. Because I'm just imagining these will go very slow.
You believe they will go very slow.
I believe that.
Zemi says what I should have. As a Marine, I've seen a lot of dudes with shaved heads, so I can spot a looker. Anyway, so yeah, you guys continue to descend, but you're getting very quite close, and you see tucked in a minecart with a blanket kind of over her legs. You see Rue.
She's plumped up a little bit because she's pretty much been only drinking dwarven ale, like the darkest, like most breadiest ale.
Mm-hmm.
And she just kind of like tilts her head a little bit as a hello.
Yeah. And you guys are kind of like waving. People are kind of waving up at you. People are waving. And you do see the High King with that long fur cape, with that giant brooch, with all his little Eagle Scout badges on it. Kind of in what would be like medium armor, like there's some metal and plate, but almost like kind of think like Ike. Kind of think like a Fire Emblem character.
I fight for my friends.
He fights for his friends, and his hammer in his left hand, and he's pointing, and just honestly, it's like he's 12 foot tall. He is commanding all the personnel before him, and you guys are coming into some sort of pre-mobilization effort of a war. And at that, dust billows out. The scent of mushrooms and rot and piss flood through your city.
Piss?
You'll find out why there's piss in a minute. Anyway.
And unfortunately, purified food and drink does not work on pee.
It doesn't?
Wow.
How do you know?
Only for cowards.
That was my fun fact a little while ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was thinking there was like a very weird FAQ.
Yeah,
Where it goes,
hey, go watch it on the bot. Yeah, there was some kind of. I just for fun, I wrote down a fun fact
I
about
love
pee.
that.
If I'm gonna drink it, I should be able to purify
Yeah,
it.
through clerical worship and studies, Sothic is well versed in purification and cleansing spells. He is keenly aware that the purified food and drink spell does not work on pee.
I'll say mushroom bread's a Duragar thing. I really like that. I like that, but I want to give that to an Underdark race. But I like that.
So little Bear Grylls reference for you.
Okay. Very cool. But yeah, you
It's Men
just.
vs. Wild. You have to drink your own pee.
But next to Rue is a colossal figure, probably closer to 10 foot than he is to 9. He has his hand on her shoulder, and you've seen this Goliath before, Turuk, and he's got a Taruk, and he's got a dwarven thrower in his hand. He's got a hand on her, and he's talking to her. And you see a lot of gnomes and a lot of dwarves running around, like a weird amount of gnomes, like 50 gnomes. And yeah, you know what? I'm gonna to tell you guys anything more. I'm going on instant investigation check or perception. And what are you guys looking for as you kind of see this this allied force? Or if you want to look at one of the kings.
I've seen most of them before when we met in the throne room originally.
Yes.
So what I'm looking for now is like, has Rue seemed to like restore any of her vitality?
So I know every week it gets better per the spell. So like.
Like just like a general, maybe like a medicine check. Like, is
Yeah.
she able to walk, or are we going to need to carry her?
Okay, I won't make you roll for that. Yeah, you imagine she can walk,
Okay.
but not fight very well yet.
You're looking better.
I'd say to Rue.
Thank you.
Are any of you coming with? And I look up to the big giant Goliath.
I'm not, but most are.
We'll do our best.
And as you look around now, you see like the gnomes are incredibly grizzled, scarred veterans of some sort of very long war.
Sun salutations, King. I say it in Dwarven.
What do you say?
Sun salutations. Just like, hello, I'm from the sun.
Yeah, like he responds back. Clouds only block this light temporarily, which is a saying in your religion, meaning like we're in dark times, but it will be better. Yep. And Drax says, "Dandy, don't fuck up." From deep within you. Oh, actually, no, they're from Miranda Karama. You don't get shit from Drax. He says, tell Miranda and Karama to fuck up. He goes, "Dandy, watch over Miranda and Karama."
It was right there. It was right there. You nailed it.
Wow.
Our hearts go out to Liger Zero Panzer, who's dealing with some real shit right now. We're proud of you. We're happy for you. We miss you. Everybody give a wave or something. Give some energy. F's in the chat for Liger Zero Panzer. And F's at the table.
No, it's just all W's at the table.
It's all dubs. All dubs. I got an L for you, Dub. Right. Anyway. All right. Yeah, so anything else you want to look around or talk to as people are getting set up? You do have a moment here. People are loading things into carts, a lot of supplies. You see almost like a clown car situation happening with one of the tanks. You think you count, when you start counting, 30 gnomes have gone in. When you chose to start...
tank?
Yes, when you chose to start counting, you got to 30.
Is there like a leader gnome?
You're in the military? Give me an investigation check with advantage.
15.
15. Yeah, you see one gnome with a rifle on his back, dwarven, what's called a raker, and it is a breech-loaded double-barrel rifle. So, like, you know how you see shotguns that are breech-loaded with that? It's that, but a rifle, and it's going over the top like this, not side by side.
Can I tell his rank?
A captain.
Captain?
And he's got a beautiful long hat that is in the shape of one giant feather that comes down past his shoulder, and right here where the feather crests up, there's a little shelf that has like gunpowder, a snack, and a pen. But it's all one hat.
Tell me, Captain. Yeah, I'll be looking way down. Are you going to be our point of contact when we get to the city? Will you be infiltrating with us, or would you rather keep on the outskirts?
Oh, no. We can't move as an official military force through Sajkanth. Remember, there's 2 kings right now, and things are really murky, and there are tons of potential criminals out there. He doesn't point at you. But you haven't told anyone here yet.
The king knows.
That's true. The king,
Yeah, the king knows.
That's true. All right.
Danny
He's kind of like the guy to know.
Danny momentarily, not Danny, Rumine, momentarily looks up.
There's only one king in Sajkanth.
And the gnome always goes, "That's actually not true." And he just like
Shut up!
I'm sorry. But we're gonna go and meet up with an external military force outside of the siege, and then try to sandwich from both sides. We're actually planning a massive offensive. We're gonna open up the gates in a couple of hours, and the Iron Breakers are gonna charge forward out of the gates of the Karazhan Corps. But we're taking this route, and we're gonna go around the side with the tanks and blast away. During this commotion, that's when you guys are gonna shoot off to Karak Ignis.
Understood.
And take out the false king. Skibbity bobbity boo. He gives the gnomish greeting of good luck. Skibbity bobbity boo.
Skibbity.
Skibbity Riz.
Skibbity Riz. Skibbity bobbity boo.
Hi!
Speaking of Skibbity Riz,
That is when Captain Vazriel pops up from behind a crate. Here the whole time.
I was gonna say, that's loud.
I know.
That's why I always put it on the floor.
What you got? What you got for food? Papa hungry.
The food that I told everyone to go get,
Oh.
like 2 hours ago.
All right. Well, Captain Vazriel has shown up, and Stothic takes a moment to get Captain Vazriel caught up. What?
Well, it takes a moment to get Captain Vazriel caught up.
Asian noodles?
Well, we gotta take our notes.
This is probably
You're supposed to let her know.
Alright, so basically we're still escorting you out of the city.
Are
We've
you
been counting
okay?
all the numbers, and
Case.
everything's fine. He'll be alright.
Oh, what did you do?
We really can't
Step
do
on it
that
like-
much more head trauma. Trust me, I'm a doctor.
It sounded like he had run into something. That's
Yeah.
what I
Like
was
a
like.
dice,
Yeah.
set, a little dice set box.
With really sharp corners!
That happens though.
he's only bleeding from one side. He'll be alright.
That's just what happens when you're a DM.
That's true.
You get dice injuries.
Blood, sweat, and tears put into this game, guys. Yeah, I mean, basically, we're just still continuing to escort Rue out of the city. We're meeting currently with the king and the entire gnome army, who are operating the tanks. It takes about 30 underpants gnomes to operate a tank.
All in one tank.
All in one
Little
tank, like a clown car. Yep.
Also, we have made our way down to the Underdark, and it smells like rot and mushrooms and piss.
That's the Underdark.
Yep. Also, I'm the only one who doesn't have access to any kind of dark vision.
Didn't we get you goggles?
Did I get goggles too?
One of the
When we were
players in the
doing
party
shopping,
has a
like I
dark
thought we got some.
Yeah, he's a
Are you
human, though.
updated to 2024 rules, Brenda?
No, I don't do that.
Oh, I was gonna say if you wild shape, apparently they still have the ability to talk and wild shape.
Yep, you don't have that.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think that should
I
just be
now
like
have
a
that?
thing anyway.
No, you don't have it.
Haha, got him.
Got him! Way to think we're playing with the real
Yeah.
rules, Amber.
But
I am.
but we
Our
can
campaign's
communicate
too
with
damn
you
old.
because we all have personas and character.
Wait, was Amber talking?
So much.
That hurts your leg. Stop it.
Yeah, the king and his entourage
hurt
and the gnomish
anymore.
army is here. All of the tanks are
Did you even
being
taste
loaded up.
first?
The plan is they are basically going to split the forces and do a little pincer maneuver, and we are going to cut through the middle, but underneath. So the siege is up here, and we're going to escort. Basically, all the forces are going to drive from the Underdark up top. The fight is going on. We're going to have our small escort team basically bring the VIP to garner reinforcements and bring them back. Did I get it right this time,
Bring them
DM?
back?
No.
Fuck!
You keep thinking you're.
Why do you give it to me, man?
You
I was like,
keep
why are we bringing her back? We're
Yeah.
only bringing her straight to the
well,
other place.
So no reinforcements whatsoever. We're bringing no reinforcements.
No.
Okay.
This is
So-
all to be a distraction so we can get out.
There is already reinforcements of a volunteer army outside the city that Daradex is going to meet up with. He's trying to send you as an elite strike team to go well, I guess in a way create reinforcements. You need to go get people on Daradex's side and take out the false king.
Okay. Someone else fucking do this
Sorry.
shit, man.
I'm sorry.
Somebody else at the table. There are other players here.
You're so
Stop relying on me
I
to do
would
it.
if I could, Trendy.
Not you. You're always here late. It's cool. You are forgiven. You are the mom of the group. You're forgiven.
man.
And Trendy, we can definitely spread around the burden, but when you do it, we get memes. We get memes,
And
damn it.
sexy voice.
We get sexy voice and memes.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's. I'm tripping, man.
I like
Sorry.
that you mess it up every time. It makes
I do.
it adds
It
to
is-
the character.
Like, I'm not convinced he's not doing this on purpose, Chad. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And the tanks are ours.
Yeah. Go ahead. Someone else take the reins for a moment. See how fucking easy it is.
Yeah, right. Stothic's like, never mind, Miranda. You say what's happened the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, because let's just get it from someone who's here all the time.
Well, you see, I went to church. I went to church for a good bit, had a good pray, helped some fucking citizens heal their broken bodies. And then
Aren't you
also
a paladin? Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
That's cleric work.
No. I want
Paladins
to
have
heal.
lay
I
on
have
hands.
proficiency in medicine. I lay on hands. I'm a hand layer.
Yeah, she is.
See?
Yeah, she is. Professionally. Okay, well, the king is here. He'll tell us what to do.
Yeah. So, as you guys...
He's already told us what to do like 3 times, Trendy.
Well, he's here again. If he doesn't need to be here to tell us what to do, then don't have him be here. Because we'll figure it out on our own, I guess.
You know what? I'm so tempted.
Is the king here or not?
Yes, he is.
Okay. At least I got that right.
He also told us, Rue kind of looks around. She's like, can we speed this up? Can we get going, please?
Daradex, who you've not really officially met, comes over and he's like,
Rue's officially met him.
He resurrected her.
Yeah.
He resurrected her,
In public.
and
Yeah.
when they came to meet Rue, he's like, this is Rue,
you're right, my
you're
bad,
gonna
my
take her
bad,
back.
my bad. I'm just saying, you guys, let me rephrase.
See, he messes up too.
I do as well. It's worse when I do it. You guys are not tight. You know, you didn't know before. You didn't really know Daradex before you died, and you are not homie G's.
Okay, well,
But he comes,
sorry if I would have known.
It's okay, my bad. And he comes up and he says, "I don't think we should hurry too fast. We just need to make sure this is done right. Move smooth." And everyone kind of nods at him, and that's when he kind of beckons you guys all over. I heard my captain already gave you the plan.
Yes, that is correct.
While we cause a great commotion and a maddening battle, we need you to shoot off to Karas at Ignis. Cause unrest in that city. Depose. Oh God, there's a depose and disrupt. He breaks into Dwarvish for some reason because I can't talk. Dispose and disrupt the king there.
I think we'll be pretty good at that.
He is a criminal after all.
Potentially.
It's true.
You beat me by 1 second. I was gonna have Daradax lean forward and go. Only potentially.
Is there anywhere? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Is it weird if I kind of put a bit of a hand on him, or is that?
No, that's fine. That's fine. You put a hand on Daradax and he is jacked.
Okay.
You can
will
tell
have your
under the
vengeance
armor.
against your father. This is swear.
Forgive me. I don't want vengeance. I just want harmony. I just want these people to be safe, and I just want this war to be over. I never wanted my father dead, and I never wanted to face him on a battlefield.
I think we're gonna have to kill him.
We need a card that's here.
Paladin of harmony.
Hold
Now
on.
am I?
Real quick, just for everybody, just for convenience.
She uses different voices.
I know. That's your root card.
I'm E at the end.
Okay.
Bitch.
Her name is Road.
Yeah, I spelled it wrong. I spelled it like
R-O-U-X.
R-O-U-X,
Also, I'm not changing the second card.
Yeah, that's my man Dan D.
That's Dan D! That's her rapper name, Dan D.
Danny looks at Daradax.
Is there a specific place that you want us to meet anyone? Do we have any points of contact, or are we just dropping Rue in the city and hoping for the best?
That's why I'm sending you. The Brazen are legend. The heroes of Tombstone's Loft. Those who conquered the Vampire Coast, and I'm no need to name them now. I wonder if it's just the coast. I'm curious what will be on maps. It's been the Vampire Coast for over 200 years.
The Yolandos will probably name it, to be honest.
But you... There is so little information coming out of the fascist state of Karak Ignis. I don't know what I'm sending you into, but I know it's a dwarven hold. And if we've proven anything here, those are borderline impossible to take. By siege, by war, by armies, they break against dwarven holds. I'm hoping I can send you into the belly of the beast, and you'll have your wits about you, and you're able to establish contacts. I'm sure bringing Rue will help light a beacon. I know how people react, but I don't know what pieces are in play within the city. I'm trusting you to destroy a wicked king. Wicked king, handsome daisy flower.
Dude's name sounds like a villain. So.
I'm so sorry.
Do I have any connections in Karak and Ignis?
So not anymore. You did, but they were brutally cut out, destroyed, horribly murdered, and burned, and then taken. And then the drug trade was taken over by the police.
Yeah, so you have a personal stake and vengeance in this. So lead us, Captain.
I mean, my best friend was in a concentration camp here. I got a big stake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We did for the vampires too. Yeah.
We're definitely good at being subtle.
Daddy, you're lying to a king. I know you don't believe in them, Daddy, but you're lying. Daddy, stop lying to kings.
And Danny just in her mind is like,
Shut up. I crossed my fingers, and I made sure Bazriel
That does not hold up in a court of law, Daddy. How many times have we gone to lawyers and courts together at this point?
Too many!
a legal thing.
It's okay, Dandy. We don't need to be subtle when we are strong. When two of us are strong.
Excuse us?
What's your strength score?
I don't need a strength score.
She
I
turns
have
into a T-
fucking magic.
She turns into a T-Rex and looks at you and says 24.
Such a great bitch.
Yeah, take off the belt, then what's your strength?
Yeah. Alright, I think
Also, the look from your girlfriend, by the way. You
Yeah.
said two of us are strong?
I'm sorry, like, physical strength, like, what is your score?
I am a dex fighter.
Karama, can I have a bit of a side chat real quick? Why is it always the lasses in the party that gotta measure their dicks in the spy?
That's true. It's weirdly, you guys are so humble, but all the women in this party, they're like, magic, girth, speed,
Listen,
magic.
I rolled an 11 for it. That is why.
We also like. We have a. we have
We're
a
all the same thing. They're always competing with each other.
It's a sex thing.
I guess it is. I wouldn't understand. Like, listen, I'm ice.
Has he mentioned that to the party before? All right.
I feel
Oh,
like I
have I
would
not?
assume.
So you guys have been friends for a long time, even before you met the party. So you absolutely
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And it's up to you whether or not your character has put that together.
I mean, we're in a war. It's not like a priority to be like, oh, by the way, guys, I don't sex.
I
Like,
think
you know? Yeah.
I think Dandy knows because she like has such the opposite behavior.
Oh, I have a gag. You ready? Dandy, tell Karama he owes me a cup apiece.
Why is he so angry and not like?
I don't know. Because he hates that he's trapped. You know what?
Wouldn't you be like? If
Yeah, you wouldn't be.
like have no control over to when you get to live your life or like be inside someone's brain. Like,
She kept him alive. He should be grateful.
He is, but it's also frustrating. Like,
yeah. You know, it's,
he absolutely
it's
is.
more frustrating at the fact that he's magically cursed, not with Dandy.
It's also, and chat, let me know what you guys think. It's also easier for me.
He loves
to
Dandy. He hates the magical, fake, evil wizard thing.
Flitzcon Vigorbuckle, the king of the pixie dragons.
Yeah, that one.
There you go.
Yeah, screw
Definitely a
that
good guy.
Definitely a good guy.
Oh, man.
Flitzcon Vigorbuckle.
BFFL, Fitzbun Vigor Buckle.
Yeah, chat, give me your opinions. I'm so sorry, but it's just for me. It's easier to imitate Drew angry. It's just like easier to
Face
do.
has got angry and smarmy charmy, and that's it.
Oh, I can do bitchy white woman like really
Oh,
well.
yeah, he can.
I can.
He can do that too.
I'm Scottish.
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 This is why everybody becomes Scottish, even if they're not dwarves.
I think we're ready to head out.
I don't think you are, lad. And descending the elevator, you see a dwarf, an old dwarf.
Do we know this dwarf?
How did he hear that from all the way up there?
He has good old hearing. Rue's jaw drops to the floor, and you hear the dwarf goes, "It's him, the Messiah." Like they're just like very, very just surprised. It's like, "It's him, the Street King." And Torek goes, "My God, he's still alive." All of you make a history check as a dwarf with one of those like Irish like hats. You know what I mean? Little timey like Irish hat.
13.
13.
Page boy hat.
No, page boy hat.
23.
23. Oh, trendy, my boy. Man, you recognize.
This is why you end up having to do it. You realize this.
Oh yeah, no,
Why did I
yeah.
put my points in this?
Why did I make this character good at things outside of gum? Why did I play a support character?
All right, what do I know?
You know this is Grumbrindle, the street king of Karak Ignis.
Ignis?
Yeah, he's the street king of Karak Ignis. He is a super dangerous criminal and has been the most wanted man in Sajkant twice. He's an incredible blacksmith. He's killed a lot of ethics enforcers.
My God, a real criminal.
Rue puts her hand on. Why was I gonna say Trogdor?
Trogdor! Torek!
And she uses him to kind of prop herself up. And she looks over and she's like,
From Brindle.
He is standing on 2 kegs of beer. How he got them, no one knows. These 2 kegs of beer are the size of Karama. They are cartoonishly large, and he is posing.
well, there goes the serious moment.
Hey! Hey, Miss on the road! How you doing around the road?
He knows she died.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why he's happy to see you.
It's the magic world.
It's the Roo! And he runs
After
over.
50 years?
And he trots over like a young dwarf with a twinkle in his eye. Roo! And gives her a big hug.
He's tall enough to kind of swing her around. A
Yeah,
little
swing her around, and he gives her like you see her slide. You see him slide a couple of like tennis sweat like wristbands on her. Hey. Oh, they got the razor blades tucked in right there.
Very old school.
His
Well, I
hat
think
for
it's
you.
okay.
Hey, hat for you. He puts a hat for it and he goes, and again, you start, yeah, undo the brim. And he shows you again the brim when you kind of unfrill it is filled with razor blades. So, I don't have any weapons. I don't have any weapons. And he goes and he shows her like.
So, like, as a reminder, this is a really tense situation where we're under siege. Yeah.
That's why I was expecting.
Grombrindle has never been serious in his life.
We talked about
That's true.
My 23 in history tells me that.
He hands her like 5 more like small, very easily concealed weapons, and he takes a moment, and then kind of like the mirth just kind of disappears for a moment, and he takes out a small little drill. Drill.
I thought he said Drew.
I was like,
takes out
that's why I was
An
clarifying.
itty bitty Drew, and he sets it right here, and it's gonna do all your math for you. And he takes out.
Calculator.
And he puts his hand on your back. And he said, the left one, I brewed.
Perfect.
Now, I want you to tap it. Or if you want last. I have this diving board.
So I don't think we actually have time for that right now.
There's always time for a drink. Come on. And he walks over and he puts the little drill bit in and kind of looks down at his diving board and sighs and hands you a little hammer. Torok takes that hammer away and eats it. And then gives you a dwarven thrower.
Yo.
Tink, tink, tink.
And all the dwarves come out and gather around, and they begin to sing a dark and haunting dwarven chorus. Who here speaks Dwarvish? It sounds quite sad, and if you actually knew the lyrics, it's even sadder. But all the dwarves from their belts pull out tankards, and they come over, and I'm not going to make you guys roll for this. This is a ritual of some kind. It's an old dwarven soldier song that they sing before battle. And they all come up after Rue gets her pint, and they fill up their pint from the trickle of ale. And as time passes, Derridax comes up before you, and he pulls out a set of mugs, each one with your name on it in Dwarvish, showing kind of the great moments that you guys have had in this campaign. You with the fireball staff screaming and shooting a giant colossal beast. You with your hand on it. One of the images, and there's many images, you sticking your finger in front of the Pirate King's face as he was in his doubloon tycoon form with the long golden wig, like arguing over the prices of potions before you go in. Karama, it shows your great many victories and the times you've just bisected great villains. It shows when you helped slay the dragon. And of course, all sorts of things. It's kind of up to you, but they are all made of incredible silvered mail with golden inlay. And he passes each of you these tankards.
Are they full?
No, and again, culture. Something of the dwarven culture is happening here. As this is the last drink before battle, and it might be your last drink ever. This is possibly the last drink any of these dwarves will ever have. Possibly the last drink that any dwarves will have, and you guys can kind of tell from what you've heard of dwarves. I'm not going to make you roll for this. This is something dwarves do before every battle. This is the best mead, and because it might be the last drink you ever have in your life.
How do you spell Derridax?
Hold on, I have it. I can show you.
To catch you up, as people
Gave
are
us
lining.
cups.
As people are lining up behind Dandy with tankards, as she's allowed the
Rue.
first drink, Rue with tankards, as she's allowed the first drink, Derridax has come up to all of you, and he has handmade silver mugs with golden inlays with your name on it in Dwarvish, and kind of all the greatest, pretty amazing moments throughout the entire story of the Graveyard Brazen.
I'm gonna get
Part of my
some
character.
ale from the tankards and kind of join along
Yeah.
respectfully. immediately.
Make a performance check.
I forgot.
Pass that over.
I got a 12.
Well, okay. It's not that crazy hard. You were able to pick up the tune of this kind of dwarven soldier song, and you kind of
So phonetically.
and you kind of sing along as you step in line and begin filling up your tankard. Does anyone else do it? Yeah. All right. You all are able to, again, kind of Baldur's Gate rules. I'm just making one player do the roll, but yeah, you guys are all able to kind of pick up on the song and stand in line with your tankards made from the High King as you take in the dwarven tradition of the last drink.
Dandy's like she keeps a very neutral face, but is struggling a little bit because she hasn't had to drink beer since she was a teenager.
So there's beer and mead, so you can choose which one.
I'll take the mead.
Okay.
Lesser of two evils.
Di-
What is wrong with
It's
you?
the back half of it tastes like vomit.
You guys do recognize that Deridax is kind of pacing awkwardly, holding another tankard.
Like looking for someone?
Yeah.
He's in her head.
Your Grace, who's missing?
Dracondus.
He's here in spirit, literally. Oh, he's occupied.
Dandy, can you explain what situation's going on?
TLDR. What does that mean?
I half expected you to go, TRDR, just kidding.
Tarask, Lich,
Dragon.
Dragon.
Roche!
Gaza.
To try to make it as simple as possible, Dracondus and I are soulbound, so he's currently in my head.
I've heard of such matches before. I understand. Give that to him. And it shows him
What happens to the bag of holding when Drac is in your head?
her mostly now Dandy jingles when she walks.
It's a little uncomfortable.
No, I just to someone else. I don't want to nickel and dime you over this. So someone else has the bag of holding.
Well,
His
Sonic
important
is the
item.
most responsible.
Dandy has to awkwardly, like Roger from American Dad, reach into her own mouth and pull out any of the items you guys need. Altamia loves when he does it. He's like, look, pull out a boat next. Look at my baby.
I'm not that kind of throat goat.
So I really like this. Zemi says that the beer is a strong stout that has a really hoppy aftertaste, but more of a chocolatey or coffee-like flavor in the back half.
Like Guinness.
Yeah, like Guinness.
Dandy does take a sip of hers, but she kind of leans over to Rue.
You need this more than I do.
So you stepped away, and I'm so sorry, but Rue was given first sip. So if we need to go back,
Oh.
Rue led the song
Okay.
and was the first one to drink,
Okay.
to begin the rite of last drink.
Well, then never mind.
So sorry. But yeah, Rue has her own cup and her blanket, and is drinking with Tarok and Grumbrindle, and they're having a serious moment.
That's wholesome.
Yes.
I love that. So can we make our way to the carts now?
Absolutely. I do want to say I really appreciate Zemi. If you guys ever want to add notes or suggestions to the lore, I live for that. So I really like him kind of guiding us on what the dwarven beer tastes like. He wants to do the mead, what dwarven mead might be. But yeah, you guys can all add these to your character sheets.
So great.
Anyone else want to know how to spell Deridax?
Is it 2 R's or 1?
Daradax.
That's the back.
So Daradax.
Daradax.
I mean, you can't really decide the pronunciation of it, Cassie. You don't speak Dwarvish.
I'm gonna bring this to a speech therapist, and she'll tell me.
You realize I teach language,
teasing.
right? Like, especially English.
You guys look out into the darkness before you, the Underdark frontier. Is everyone ready?
Aye.
Where do you want to ride?
Shotgun
Like
to
in
the
the
tank.
car?
Very well.
Don't
Follow
we have
me.
to be somewhere else so that we can get snuck out? Like,
So the
I thought we were riding
He's
the
got
thing.
3, he can surely spare us.
The convoy goes in one. It's almost like a train set up. So there's tank, a couple carts, tank, a couple carts, tank in the back. The convoy is all set up in one straight line on the track. And they say after we get out of the Karaz Angkor, after we're up in the world above, you guys are going to shoot off, and we're going to go have crazy battles all over, and the holds are going to open, and the forces of the Karazhan Corps are going to charge, and it's just going to be a mass, no longer a siege, but just a super huge battle.
I'm disappointed. You know what I was expecting? Like runaway, like Minecraft car, like while they all went up and we got to like get shot out of the
Conky Donk.
That's what he said we were gonna do with he can be in the tank.
Stop. Sorry, we are very eager this
Yeah, I'm trying to. Don't talk about
How
what
many
you hope.
opportunities you get to ride in a tank?
Yeah, don't talk about what you're hoping might happen. All right.
Well, Stalthic hopes he rides in the tank.
Yes,
Said
Stalthic
that,
is
right?
Stalthic
He
is.
said that. I'm not crazy.
Cassie, stop. Stalthic is brought onto the tank, and he goes, "I really only have enough room for only one. The rest of you will have to ride in the mine carts."
I don't want to rob anyone of this opportunity. I will gladly offer up my seat.
I don't think
Sure you want to split the party?
I don't think I can allow that. See, in Dwarven culture, shotgun is sacred. It is a black powder firearm. So you must. You've called shotgun, lad.
Well,
You must ride shotgun. There are no.
then I
take
accept
backsies.
this responsibility.
But his
With a heavy
cheeks,
heart.
Yes.
his cheeks get
Big
stuck
cheeks.
in the little tank hole trying to get in.
So as you
That's
enter,
what helps the tank keep grounded. Yeah.
as you enter the tank, it is far more claustrophobic than you thought it would be. For being such a large thing, the cab is very, very small.
I understand why this is operated by gnomes.
So this one is operated by dwarves. Only the Phalanx is operated by gnomes. I'm sorry about this. So Phalanx was the clown car you saw, like a lot of gnomes
I
going
mean my
into.
microphone.
Sorry.
Alright,
He gave up playing Elden Ring for this. I'm so sorry. Let him ride the tank, damn you. All right. Anyway, but yeah. So if you guys could place your models, just kind of.
Split the party is the first rule of D&D. I just got
It would
scared.
have been sick.
we would have been together.
We're in a convoy.
Yeah. So which carts are you guys going in?
I will go in the driver's seat of the first cart. Not like drivers, but I want to be at the front
Okay.
of the first cart.
So as you get in there is no steering mechanism. It's just hitched to the tank. But there is a weird kind of almost like what's on the back of a speedboat. There's some sort of strange engine on the back that would give it some sort of thrust. When asked about it, one of the dwarves informs her this is a chunga. Chunga.
Do I have to
kinda
be
lizard
proficient in land vehicles to drive this?
It will certainly help.
Well,
Can ship sailing count?
No. So we're.
They both have rudders.
Wait, DM,
They both have rudders.
our ship goes on land.
That's
right.
true.
Oh,
Our ship goes on land, so I
So I'm
really
proficient
feel.
in that. So there you go.
Who's going in the last cart?
I'm gonna say Karama, if you're okay with that, just because then we would have a heavy hitter in the front and a heavy hitter in the back.
And I'll go with Karama to drive in case I need to.
Okay.
Good plan. Good
And
plan.
then
So,
you can drive in case
one
you
of
need
you-
to.
drivers, 2 fighters.
Completely clear. There is no steering mechanisms
No,
on
there's
the
a
carts.
rudder. You said that.
No, there's chunga. There's a chunga in the back that just generates thrust. Okay, it's just kind of like how there's the propeller on the back of a speedboat.
But if we go off the rails, maybe it'll help if we have drivers.
Yeah, the chunga just creates thrust. There is no way to steer these
So then why are we attached to the tank?
because the tank can steer.
But then why do we have thrust? That seems like a great way to thrust us into the back of the tank and just explode us all.
So I wish Drew was here. So with a lot of these kind of things, you need thrust from each and a little bit of thrust from each individual car, so that the main steam engine, which you do not have, doesn't have to pull all of the force going forward. And typically, with things on tracks, guys, you don't steer them. You don't steer
Every
the subway.
mine cart I have seen has a little have you not seen those old cartoons? They're not very good, but they steer.
Hold on, guys. I think I can fix this. I just gotta look up a druid thing.
Okay. So you guys are on, and then kind of after this one, there's another tank, another couple of carts with supplies and the personnel, and then another tank with supplies, personnel. And then at the very front, Derridax says, "All right, Stalthic. All steam ahead, full throttle." And you see the throttle of the tank glistening before you in the morning light.
It's a good thing you're asexual.
What do you see? What do you do? Yeah. You feel steam just, and people are shoving coal and hot water into some sort of barrel mechanism in the back of the tank, and the steam is making it to go forward. You can finally see this tank is powered by steam, but also there's a little bit of artificer magic here.
Where's Rue?
What?
Where's Rue?
Where is Rue? You know what?
I don't
Rue.
have it.
I want to make sure we can protect her because we're supposed to protect her.
Okay, Rue is in the Burning Razor with Grombrindle and Turk.
Okay, so we don't have to protect her.
Not in this segment. You guys don't have to worry about like babysitting.
You're my DM. I always have to worry.
Does the tank have a radio?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
We're tuning on some Metallica.
Okay. You go. Oh yeah. Okay.
Just imagine it, and we'll have a copyright-free stream.
Yeah. If you can put on. Let's see if there's copyright-free metal.
Or you know what? Even better. Let's do Take It to the Limit. We're going Vice City vibes today. You know?
Yeah. Just copyright-free metal.
All right. So my idea is that I can't see, but maybe wolves might have it. I turn into a dire wolf. We hook me up to the cart, and then I can steer.
You drive like a little Rudolph.
Mush.
Okay,
Yeah,
change that.
mush.
Soundtrack. Move on to Hungry Like the Wolf. All right.
So I don't know if this is good, but we found 55 copyright-free metal tracks real quick on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but all right.
So let's do like 80s driving down the highway in your top-down sports car.
Yeah.
So
That works.
You're hitting the throttle and you guys are moving through, and the speed is intoxicating. The air, the wind is going through, even though there's no wind underground, but you're moving so fast that your guys' hair is flowing. And it feels almost like, and imagine, because your characters have never experienced a roller coaster before, but like now you are. So like imagine if you lived in like a medieval world and suddenly you were on a roller coaster. If you guys can, react for me. Go around the table. How is it, and like there is no like fucking safety precautions on the set. There's no like little thing that comes down and so it's nice and cushy. And some teenagers like, hey, you walked in, okay? You're like, yeah. There's none of that shit here. You are just the cart is shaking. The wheels are not always on the rails. There's sparks. There's speed. There's Metallica because Daradax has installed speakers on his tank. How is Dandy reacting to this?
Well, really quick, is this faster than a diary, like a giant eagle?
I would say it
Like
feels
bomb diving.
It feels like that.
Okay.
It feels like that, but far less safe because you can't just open your wings and stop.
Okay. Dandy druid crafts herself a vine and like starts tying it to shit in the cart.
Oh my god, I love it. And also there is a rusted hole in the middle. This is from DNA. There's a rusted hole in the middle of your minecart, and you can just see the tracks beneath it. There's a small little hole. You do not feel fucking safe.
I mean, yeah, so this cart is going to fall apart now.
Alright, what's your reaction?
Man, like, as a hobgoblin, you know, I got the big tusks, the underbite, and you just see this wide grin, because stop it. It's the need for speed.
I like to think like it's, you know how like you could open this hatch up here?
Yeah.
I like to think the hatch is open, you've got the machine gun.
hatch is open, like the sunroof came up, and we're just like, yeah, we're vibing.
Alright, what are you doing?
Chroma's strong.
Yeah?
Sure, I'm ready.
Miranda just walks up to you and says,
No, like,
Vazriel.
hold me in the thing like
yes.
this.
She's like, Vazriel just comes up to Chroma, hold me close. Alright, what are you doing?
I'm gonna be kind of like braced on
Yeah,
the front.
he's
my
your
seatbelt.
Yeah, he is your seatbelt.
I'm braced on the front and we're like going, but I'm keeping my eyes peeled. Like I'm cruising. I'm having a good
Dandy
time.
can't see shit, so she doesn't see anything.
Alright,
It's like Thunder Mountain or whatever.
Space Mountain?
Space
Yeah.
Mountain. It's Space Mountain. Danny's in Space
So
Mountain.
you guys go over a hard turn, and then the doors, the whole opens, but it's only at the last minute, and for a moment you guys all think that you're gonna go piling into these stone, runically sealed doors. What do your characters exclaim as you think you're about to crash and burn, but at the last moment, the doors open up.
Why is everyone screaming?
Give it to me, Masriel! Karama!
I'm fine to swing at it.
Open it! Give me that hammer!
Yeah, I have an Eldritch Blast. I'm like,
Alright, the doors open up the last minute, and if you thought the smell was bad, the smell is even worse, so there's more wood, and you can't see shit. You recognize goblin, civil planning, Karama. You recognize, goblin buildings and dwellings. This is a destroyed, wrecked goblin area. For sure. Some goblins lived down here, they don't anymore. And as you kind of exclaim this, the dwarf makes it like, yeah, this is old Goblin Town. They're very dead now.
Is there any bioluminescence?
A little bit here and there, but as you peer into the dark and see the ruins, you do see a little green light just kind of flicker on.
Did everyone else see that?
I was gonna say, what is it, like all tinted green now?
Everyone give me a perception check.
Or like a matte, like a lighter?
19. Yeah, you see a couple more little green, flames.
Nat 20.
Nat 20, roll with disadvantage because you're blind.
But I can see light!
Okay, all right. You see 57 little green lights turn on. 26. You see 37 little green lights turn on. You see 42 little lights turn on.
23.
You see 23 little lights turn on.
Oh wait, I didn't add. I would have.
You don't with that 20. You don't have to.
Fine.
If you want to announce it, that's totally fine. But that's
Yeah, I got 30.
That's why you got the biggest number. Okay.
He's out here rolling big numbers. I want to feel it too.
And then all the lights get closer and closer and closer. And too late to really take cover, you realize it's arrow fire.
oh no.
We all had really good perception. Did we
Yeah.
not figure out what that
A
was?
30 would not tell us they're arrows.
It tells you that you're not getting a surprise round and you're ready for battle.
I have alert.
So you're doubly not surprised. You're super not
I
surprised.
perceive them coming. However, I'm also in a tank.
No, you're poking your head out.
What's your armor class?
What's a tank's armor class?
What is a tank's armor class, DM?
So they're trying to shoot you who are in the open top by the machine gun, but so you do have.
You
It's
lean
because I
into
was
the
penalized for leaning into the right
no,
way.
let me
I have a 20 armor class.
Let me
DM.
finish. Let me tell you something. So you do have partial cover. So I think it's an additional.
Therefore, I have a 22 armor class, DM.
Yeah, you drop your head real quick a little bit, and just the arrows bounce helplessly off the front of Oathkeeper. What's your armor class?
20,
20?
unless they're hags. The one time I don't ask you, they're gonna be hags. So it's just part of the rationale.
Do you want me to put a hag in? I can throw a hag in right now. You want a
No,
power
I'm
gun?
just saying, I'm gonna always ask.
Okay. All right.
That too.
I
could
hate
be
you.
a big difference.
Also, DM, are we in water right now?
Is there water under the rusted bottom? I can just stick something through,
Take 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
No.
As you
Also,
can see,
I was gonna ask because I I have damage on my character right now.
yeah.
Is this
Yeah.
are we on New Day or is this?
It's
where
the
we
same
were?
day. You can take a short rest. So if you guys actually, real quick, you guys want to pause and give
Sorry,
yourself
I was
short
like, I don't know. If
That's fine. If you guys want to pause and give yourself short rest stuff from
Love a short
your
rest.
stuff from Dinkle Fingerman.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys are fine. But yeah, chat, if you want to give me anything else, DNA, thank you for that great suggestion. I really appreciate that. Okay, you take 50 points of damage. Karam, what's your armor class?
19.
19, you're good. What's yours?
19.
You also, you take 6 points.
Shield.
Okay. Mark the spell. Alright, what's yours?
So since I am little
Yeah.
and strapped in the cart,
Yep.
Yes, you took.
could I possibly get advantage? Because I would be hard to hit.
Yeah, advantage on what roll?
It's just armor class, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I'm fucked.
What's your armor class?
18.
Okay. I only hit you once for 9 points of damage. However, oh no, guys. 2 arrows have hit both of your chungas. And they're splittering your chungas.
Remember the thing we thought was a rudder, but apparently is just an explosive waiting to happen.
just creates thrust. You don't know how it works, right? But it starts going.
Dwarves, of course they explode.
It starts going baka 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 woo. Now, I need initiative from everybody.
Oh no.
If you
Did you take my pencil?
if you leave the track, you are, by the time it is your initiative round again, you are 80 feet behind.
Oh wow.
As all this is happening and this arrow fire is coming in from the ruins, your tracks start going on a steep downward trajectory. All right, who got higher than 20?
22.
22?
Sorry, I was trying to do math.
All good. If you don't just call out numbers, I got you. What do you got?
I got 22 as well.
22. Okay, so what's the team name? What's the Bradgelina for you two? Give me a name. Chat, feel free to also chime in if you got a good one. For Vazriel and Karama.
Captain Hands.
Captain Hands! All right, I love it. By the way, I don't know if you know this. Israel Hands was the name of Long John Silver's first name. So it's kind of cool. Captain Hands is actually
Supposed to
pretty.
be my Chevron name.
All right. 15 to 20.
19.
All right, for Miranda. All right, anyone else? 15, 20. All right, 10.
Oh.
On behalf of Cassie, I must point out that someone besides her asked for a contrived reason for advantage.
It's fine. I didn't understand.
All right,
You see?
I feel like it was a valid range.
8 for initiative.
You know,
Did anyone
it's
have
so
better than
valid,
8?
Panda.
Mandy, do you have better than 8 for initiative?
6.
Okay.
Woohoo! It's fine. Spellcasters going later is
Yeah, you want.
Yeah, sometimes
it
it's
takes a
good.
while to aim the tank.
Oh wait, can we? So wait, how this tank is pretty big and our carts are pretty small.
Yeah.
How would they hit us with arrows from the front?
So a cool way that arrows work when they're fired in volley fire is that you can actually hit things behind things. For example, during sieges, you can arc your arrows over a wall and hit people behind them.
But how would we know how would they know we're there?
That's a really good question that you should maybe look into.
We're pretty loud. We're playing,
Scouts. Drow scouts.
Yeah.
The answer is the enemy also has rogues. All right. Right. So top of the round, Captain Hands.
How far away are these arrows coming from?
You know what? It's pretty hard to draw a bead from it. You know that you're probably at least within 120 feet of them, but as the buck-a-buck-cow gets louder, there is a small minor burst of arcane energy from your chungas, and both of the carts fly off the rails.
Oh no.
See, you're still gonna get it. As
I didn't want to fly off the rails. I wanted to be speeding on the rails.
Don't worry, that's still happening. As the Chungas have called, a small explosion has shut you up. You guys are just
Chat, they exploded?
a small burst of arcane energy that is not an explosion.
Seen this coming.
Shoots you guys up into the air. I have placed you over tracks on the map out of wishful thinking. But you guys are not over tracks. You're just plummeting through the air. You can see a bunch of different rails and other tracks that swirl out through Goblin Town from long before. You don't know how dubious their infrastructure may be, but you guys have to somehow do something because you are just falling in mine cars.
Oh no.
As a digital bath song starts playing. That's a techno band out of Dresdia. Oh, actually, Stothic, if it pleases the court, there is actually a very, rough reputation metal band in my world out of Nova called Kimonos and Combat Boots.
Sure.
So can that be? So I love it. As Kimonos and Combat Boots is blaring, Captain Hands, what are you doing?
Sorry, I can't conceptualize. What direction is the arrow fire coming from? I know we're falling, but
So it's coming from in front of you, and you guys are
and
falling.
it's really far away.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least 120 feet. But you guys are also moving
Far away.
80 feet around.
Yeah.
And picking up speed.
I'm sorry, I had an idea, and then you were like, "You're falling!" So now I don't have an
Karama,
idea.
do you have an idea?
Slow yourself down. But then I'm lit up in bright color. Shoot me!
feet. I want you to take a moment and consider your enemies, which are Duergar and Drow. They can already see you.
I also have already caught my wings for today.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Apparently.
Does that come back on a short or long rest?
Long. It's once per day, actually. Can I make a drive check, like as an aiming kind of check? Like,
so you can, so you look down, you see some rails like to the side. You and Karama can maybe like shove really hard to try to get the wheels to line up.
could I thunder wave to
That's
try to push myself onto the...
Absolutely. You can, you know what? You cast Thunderwave off to the side to shoot your minecart over the tracks. I want you to go ahead and roll me an arcane, roll me with your spell attack modifier to show how well you can kind of manipulate the magic to do what it's not exactly designed for.
24.
24, now roll damage.
I'll check what it is. 2d8.
Thank you, Digital Bath. I was going for that.
7 plus 5.
What do you got? 13? 12? Alright, 12. Your minecart takes 12 points of damage.
No.
Alright,
Will we land on something?
Yes, you do. You get over the track, and it lands and it shoots you forward 80 feet. Karama, it's your turn. You can now see. You can now see as your minecart just.
Careful with the models.
As your minecart is going.
Something's gone!
You can now see, like, motherfuckers, like, in the ruins with crossbows. You see Duergar and Drow, like, they were lying in wait, watching every exit. They even knew about this one, and they're attacking you. What do you do? Any bonus action or anything else that you just throw it at me?
Yeah, I feel bad for the melee
I can't
fighters,
fucking
man.
do nothing, so I'm just.
Do you have a shooting game? Or are they close enough for your ram?
I'm not in tune to it, so I can't use that. I'm just going.
Odium says, do you have a rope? Yeah, you have an explorer's pack.
Okay.
So a little bit of odium spring in your step, you find yourself standing on the edge of the minecart. You have a rope somehow tied around your waist absentmindedly. And what do you say? As remember, there's some dwarves in the cart with you. Karama, what do you say to the dwarves if you hand them the rope?
I guess the whole tight.
Hold tight. You pass the rope and you just leap. Give me an athletics check.
15 plus 8. 9.
9. Okay, 24. You land in front of one of these drow. The rope has not gone taut yet. You have until the end of your round to cut this guy off and then try to do
Just
something
so you can see what's
to
there.
get back towards. Oh yeah, if you want to spin that around,
Only
just so you can
Karama had
see.
roller skates.
It's just kind of a representation. There are a lot of enemies in these ruins. Karama, go ahead and roll a hit. 17, more than enough. You look in front of the drow, though a mighty dexterous warrior has thin pipe cleaner arms and only light armor before you. You whirl your blade and it cuts deep into them. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
13 plus 14.
14 plus 14?
14 plus
13
13,
plus
so
13.
27.
27 points of damage. He's not quite dead, but as your blade cuts through him, you notice he didn't, it's not like he turned away or was able to back up at all. And your blade tastes the blood of an unskilled warrior. You know this isn't a high-level prize match for you, but someone you can cut down like wheat as you ready your second attack.
28.
28. Go ahead and roll. Yeah, absolutely.
13 plus 14.
Oh my gosh, another 27. As the line goes taut and you feel that you're about to get yanked off into the black pit as the minecart goes shrieking down into the darkness of the unknown, you're bringing a friend. As you have impaled this drow through the heart and you haven't quite got them off your blade, but now you have a new ranged attack. As you could probably whip it around and swing the body. But I need you to understand... I need you to understand, Karama, and I'm doing my best, like, Captain Holt impression. Hey. As that rope goes taut and the dwarves are able to hold on, and you're just like you're not like bouncing. You're going so fast. It's not like you're bouncing on all the rental cars, but you're like Wile E. Coyoting kind of out here right now. But as these things bank, you'll be able to just like cleave through the sides.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. But yeah, you have a body with you. As we go to the enemies. So you see more and more Duragar take out these weird... I'm going to show you this picture because I think this is so rad. These very strange, and they light up with blue energy, motes of light, these very strange, like, firearms in the distance. As cones of fire actually being lashing out and shooting at the minecarts, so much so that actually...
What is the range on that?
So again, this is just kind of represent, there's ruins kind of all around. So like, forgive me, like it's not like there's a guy, there's enough out here, this is just kind of help you guys visualize, but they set the tracks on fire, now heading towards a raging inferno. But flames lap up upon the sides. Let me go ahead and get... I need a dexterity saving throw from Karama and Vazriel. 25. You duck beneath the minecart. 29. You like, I don't even know. You spin your blade really hard, but you somehow get out of the way of the flame.
Could I use a reaction to dump coffee on the fire to try to extinguish it? I have a perpetual coffee thermos.
Absolutely! You open it up. You know what? You see that Karama's rope has caught fire a little bit, and you just start pouring coffee onto the rope to wet it so it will no longer burn. The scent of Velen coffee permeates the Underdark. Some bullet fire coming in at Trendy, but it's like a 23 right now.
Did I make it back inside the tank?
Well, you've got partial cover with the...
22.
You can have full cover by going under, but then you can't, like, shoot...
I feel like you need to be in the tank to shoot the tank. Is that...
we'll talk on your turn.
We'll talk on my turn.
You have
I'm at the end of the round.
You have a lot of... You have so many options.
I'm so excited for all of my options.
Yes.
But in the meantime, we got some fire coming in.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter too much where you were. You're able to kind of, you've got partial cover of the hatch at the top with the machine gun is designed to be like a very defensible location.
Excellent.
Dandy of the Lion. More bullets come ripping through the ruins towards you. What's your armor class?
8.
Okay, only one hits you, but you do take 14 points of damage as it goes through your shoulder. Is shield still activated?
Yes, I think it's for a whole turn.
So these are, thank God your shield is up, I would have had you, but you see the bullet slow as just a hail of gunfire comes and you just kind of protect the whole side of the minecart.
Gunfire or arrow fire?
So it's a combination. The drow are shooting crossbows, the Duragar are shooting rifles, and weird blue flamethrowers. All right, cool. Yeah, like look at how fucking, again, I really, really like this. Look at how fucking sick that looks. That's really fucking sick. Look at that, man. Danny? Sweet Dan? Look at how fucking sick. There you go.
It's very cool.
All right, next up is going to be Stothic. Hey, handsome.
Really?
Stothic?
Wait. I skipped Miranda. Sorry, Captain Hands, then Miranda. Then enemies were supposed to go. My bad. Miranda, I skipped you.
So are we on our cart still free falling?
Yes, you're still free falling. You got to find a way to get, yeah, because you're on that one with Dandy.
And then trusting Dandy will take care of it. Is there an enemy? Because I have dark vision.
Also, can you do me a favor? I know you said I got it, but can you do that in the Dandy voice for me? When you, as all this craziness is happening, when you turn to Miranda and say to reassure her?
I got it. Focus on people.
All right.
Trusting that my cartmate Dandy has it. Is there someone within 120 feet of me that I can see with my dark vision?
Absolutely. There's tons of people just shooting out of the ruins.
All right. Well, but no one within any amount of melee as we are free falling.
So no one within like 10 feet of the minecart you're at. I know this is like a 2D plane, but imagine these are also on different levels and crossing over top of each other in real weird ways.
I shall then find somebody and hit him with my gun Eldritch Blast.
Okay, so you load the 3 ladies?
3 ladies.
The 3 ladies and aim. Just for me, are you aiming at a Duragar or a Drow? It doesn't matter.
Which one has the gun?
The gun or the Duragar? They have the gun.
I will... And those are the guns that are shooting fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the Duragar then.
Yeah.
Alright, so does a 26 hit?
Absolutely.
Alright.
And what I love about these guys the most, as cool as they are, they know what they're
And that'll be 12 damage on that first one.
You bang! You drop him, and he drops to a knee. He still is able to pull his blunderbuss up. He's lining up on the shot. You gotta put him down.
And forgive me, it has been a while. I think I have 3 Eldritch Blasts at this time.
So the 3 ladies have 3 shots.
3 ladies, 3 shots. Does a reroll hit?
Oh yeah! Oh yeah.
And so that'll be 14.
14, hold on. 12 and 14 add up to 26, and you drop him right between the eyes. He falls over dead.
All right.
You got one more shot.
I'm shooting at another Duragar.
All right, cool.
26 hits.
26 hits.
14 damage. And then I'm gonna... So... If I can conceptualize when we fall and perhaps Andy saves us and it's maybe 80 feet, will I then feel like maybe I'll be able to hit something with my sword once we're on the ground?
You have no way to really ascertain this information. There's so much going on. You can't really look over and calculate.
Okay, well I will swallow my anger.
Yeah.
And focus.
I will say, don't you have Dimension Door and Misty Step and...
I have Misty Step, but you said if we go out of the cart, I'm losing 80 feet.
Yes, but you could probably catch up. Is my point? You go.
I could catch up with
Yeah. What's your movement speed? Because you're a barbarian too.
I'm 30 feet.
I'm very surprised. I really thought you were 45. Garriman's is 60.
He's stupid.
60. His speed is 60.
Yeah. So I would, but maybe if Garriman's dashing and I'm on him.
Yeah, you could take out Garriman and ride behind.
Okay. Are you going to be okay without me?
I think so.
And there are other dwarves and stuff in the carts with you, leaning over and shooting, just doing everything they can to kind of provide cover fire and keep these guys unable to fight back. I cannot see any of my.
I don't know if this is a bonus action.
I was about to say, I don't think. Is it a thing that comes with your race?
No, it's one of my paladin spells.
There you go.
Well, I don't know if I can cast it at this moment. It's not saying.
So it's Find Steed. It's a level 1 spell.
Oh, this is
level 2 spell. Do you have a level 2 spell slot?
I do, but it's it says duration instantaneous casting. Oh, casting time 10 minutes, so I can't.
Well, you had him out earlier, so
That's
right. Okay, so
you to
he's
use
still
an action
here.
to kind of poof it in and out of his existence.
Yeah, so once Gurman's there, you can kind of use an action to bring. I'm gonna be cool about it. Don't worry. You also had Gurman out earlier because you were riding through town.
Okay. So I'll be on my horse.
I also very much, and I think we've spoken about this before, I do kind of a Pokeball mechanic for paladins and their horses, so they have an amulet that their horse can kind of their pet can kind of jump in and jump out.
They can pull a draft.
Yeah, I do that for a lot of people. I think Drew has one for Mac as well. He's got a little amulet. But yeah, so yeah, you're just right. As you jump off, you manifest the horse behind. You're riding behind you on the tracks. Now Gurman is 20 feet slower than a minecart. But if he dashes, he might be able to catch up. And now, Dandy, you're still plummeting through the air. The cart is trying to turn.
Not Dandy.
Forgive me, Stothic. What is wrong with me?
Keep falling.
Okay. All right. So, right up there on the open top, there is a machine gun.
Excellent.
Right there. There is, however, beneath the cab, the Siege Breaker Cannon, which does
Let's
12.
talk more about that.
It does 12 damage.
Excellent.
and has kind of a big area of effect as well. You get down there. Have you ever seen the movie Fury? Really good World War II movie about the last kind of 2 months of World War II, about a tanker team. So you drop down there and you see a dwarf take a warhead, shove it in the back, and he goes, "Load it up!" And the gunner goes, "On the way!" And poof, and fire. But at that moment, that's when an arrow gets through one of the slots, and he slumps over. Someone needs to take up the gunner chair. Daredex is driving in the house.
I take my place in the gunner seat.
You step over and just for narrative reasons, as you step over, you put some healing magic into him so he doesn't bleed out and die. And you step in, and as the guy says, you need to say "on the way" when you send a shot. That way we all know to plug our ears.
Okay. On the way!
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Take aim. Where
Take aim.
are you? What ruin are you aiming at?
You kept showing that lovely artwork in the DM's guide. I mean, there was a lot of blue fire going on, so I think we've got a lit up target already.
You do. You can see multiple jets of flame coming out of one of the ruins.
Perfect.
Okay.
Let's take aim.
All right.
And I say, if we let the spirits guide us, we'll make sure to do maximum damage.
And with that, a chat reward is redeemed, and whatever damage is dealt, we're gonna re-roll that bitch.
Okay.
And I've completed my side quest by explaining a chat reward in game.
I love it. When you throw the die from your hand, I'd like it if you said "on the way."
Okay. And well, how much damage is it?
12d12.
Okay. I don't want to do all of that math with the
Yeah, you're
numbers,
fine. You
so
can
I'm
use
just
the
gonna
dice for like that
app.
for sure.
Okay, so 12d12?
Yep.
Right. Fire!
You mean on the way?
Someone called "on the way," dude got shot, aim, and then fire.
Roll a hit.
97.
No, roll a hit.
I mean, 97! Let me play the fucking game, guys!
Roll a hit with the d20.
Roll the hit with the d20. Okie dokie, let's do that.
Keep 97.
11.
11? Okay, you are
I don't know
proficient.
what I'd add.
Dexterity and proficiency.
My dexterity?
Yeah.
Okay. So proficiency is 5, so 16, dexterity 2, so 18.
18, yeah, you absolutely hit. And just
97
and
damage.
97 damage. We'll just say it was this one. As this whole structure, as you guys are speeding under the on the next
Damn
railroad
it,
tracks,
stop it!
these are coming down on top of you
Or no.
Damn it!
Yeah, no, it's cool, man.
as this whole thing blows up because of the mighty shot.
Wait. Wouldn't it fall the
It would
other
fall the
way?
other way.
Yeah,
Because you
'cause
Oh, a lot of it is, but the structure is like so wacky.
You just want to crush me.
No, but like there's a lot of debris happening, so maybe like the whole ruin probably isn't like collapsing on you, but like as this is being destroyed, like you guys have to worry about debris.
Seems convenient.
All right. Yeah. Next up.
Anyway, I quick and bless for the party. Here you guys fucking go.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
I always forget how to use this, and I'm
You
very
roll
sorry.
it on
Everything.
Everything, basically. Attacks, saving throws, not skill checks, but that usually doesn't come up with bless.
Okay.
Basically, I need D20.
Okay.
Roll that you do.
All right. Dandy, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, I want to cast Gust of Wind
Okay.
to try and slow the descent and tilt it,
All right.
and then also hit the fire.
Okay, I'm gonna need the same thing. It's gonna be pretty high. Roll and add your spell attack modifier to kind of show how well you're able to weave your magic for specifically what it needs to be.
Do I want to roll it and aim for higher?
Okay, it was 2, I think, right?
Yeah, is it?
Does plus go to skill checks?
No,
Oh,
we
it's
just
22.
Oh, I'm so sorry. 22. That's perfect. Yeah,
Okay.
that's more than enough. Yeah, you're able to extinguish the flames before you and kind of guide and twist the minecart so that it lands on the tracks. Good job. Back to the top of the round.
Oh, can you move
Did you
this?
just move the fire?
Oh yeah, thank you.
I blew it out.
Oh, okay. So no fire. If it's still on there, it seems like it's...
Yeah, okay. I understand. All right, you guys continue to go through the darkness, just plummeting through the night. As we go back to the top for Captain Hands.
I would like to cast Fairy Fire,
Okay.
like 20 feet.
Absolutely.
Like 20 feet within, like the maximum 60 feet away, because I'm hoping that maybe that will give Trendy advantage.
All right, and chat, if you guys are curious, I'm treating each ruin as like a kind of like a bunker, like a firing position for the enemy. It's kind of like one thing with HP and an amount of attacks. All right. Yeah, that fails its save. The whole ruin and all the people. Well, I guess it's almost like Shadow of Mordor or whatever. Suddenly, like all the enemies moving through the ruins. Like oh god, what's Big Boss, Solid Snake. Oh god, what game is that?
Metal Gear Solid.
Yes, thank you. It's like Metal Gear Solid. Once you tag all the enemies, you can like see them through walls, like moving around. So yeah, you can see them just moving through the ruins, and they're all lit up for you.
And then I would like to take my shield and kind of like go over the
Yeah, to try to make, like,
to try to like protect everybody in the cart from the falling debris.
And it's at that point that you see up ahead your cart. The tracks kind of lead up again, but then they're broken. There's nothing there. And there's some other tracks like over here, kind of like this. Like I don't know if you've ever played Donkey Kong, but like you're gonna go up here and then you're gonna have to try to like line it up and land as you're about to just rocket out. And Captain Hands, what are you doing as you're so flying to the darkness behind this rail car?
First thing first, I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
Rage my last possession. And the ruin in front of us is all the enemies like floating out.
Sorry, are they what?
Are they like going, like trying to jump off?
No, they're mostly just trying to like really like almost like how your character in the Red Ribbon Academy posts up. They don't give up their movement to take like steady aim. That's what they're all doing. It's how they're getting rid of some of the disadvantage they would be dealing with from the range and from the sight lines.
Yes, I.
Could I make a suggestion?
What's the suggestion?
Could you try to bust up some of the debris that's falling on you guys?
Oh my god, or like anime, like leap through it to like into people.
I just try to like smash the debris from falling on us so we can have a clear view.
Okay, so as you come up to like this wall that's like coming down like this.
Jump off my shield. You got this.
Like you like run across the like collapsing wall, like very like anime style, and the big chunks that are coming down onto the rail car. Go ahead and roll a hit for me.
There's a
19 plus whatever.
9.
Is that 15 or?
plus 11.
Oh my god, 30. You know what? Fuck it. As you swing your blade to just knock the debris away, you switch it so the edge is not hitting into the rock itself, and you hit it almost as if it's like a baseball. Yeah. And that 30, that boulder, that rock goes shooting towards the ruins where more Duragar lie and wait. Trendy, what would you say like a boulder would be for like improvised weapon damage?
Probably about the same as the trash.
66.
66. Try to roll 66 for me.
It's like a little less than a fireball.
Yeah.
You said boulder, like we're talking.
Yeah, like it's
like one that a human reasonably could punch into a volcano.
Yeah, exactly. It is actually the boulder from like you actually see a lava pit over there. There's a guy who's going
Human Chris Redfield. Yeah.
Chris. The AI's response to when you tell them to do something they can't do got stuck in my head the other day, and I couldn't figure out what it was from, and eventually I remember it was Resident Evil 5. But it was like, Sheva, out of the question!
26.
20, yeah! You smacked this, fun fact, I want to show you something really cool, Karama. What number is that there by HP?
26.
Yeah, so the boulder goes like rolling through the ruins, like crushing all of these people as you got like the exact amount of their HP. You slammed it. You hear plate mail. Oh, Karama, you also see like little puffs of flames as they're like weird flamethrower things. You crush the tanks and the sparks just ignite. So there's like blue bonfires throughout the ruins. But up ahead, you. No, I already gave you. Never mind. I already gave you a hazard. I already gave you guys a hazard.
Don't give us
I almost gave them your hazard.
Oh,
All right.
it's mine, damn it.
Okay.
And there's also alligators.
And there's alligators, and yeah, well, it's Donkey Kong. There would be alligators.
Not
Barrels.
Not in the.
There's a lot
wine
of
part.
loose bananas.
A lot of loose bananas. Actually, Trendy. Up ahead, you see a K glowing like a golden rune, just like spinning slowly in the air. All right. Next up is going to be Miranda.
Is it not the enemies?
No, the enemies were supposed to go after you. I kind of fucked up last round.
Oh.
Forgive
Okay.
me.
Is there within, say, perhaps 60 or no, 120 feet?
Yeah.
Someone at the level that Garen could reasonably get to within melee range that is a Duergar with a scary gun.
Oh my gosh. Trendy. What is the name of the horse in Elden Ring? Torrent. Yeah, so almost like Torrent. Garen starts leaping off the tracks onto the ruins, jumping around with this 120 feet of movement, and you actually see something I was going to show later. You see a massive gun, similar to your Auckland long rifles that you guys employ on your ship, but there's a Duergar sitting down in like a weird cannon-shaped thing, lining up a bead right onto not Trinity, lining up on stopping.
Oh yeah.
Not Trinity.
Oh shit, man!
Trendy's not having a bad enough night today because like I am failing to communicate properly with my player. I'm saying like I'm like, hey, roll damage when I mean roll to hit, and then he gives me the damage number. I'm like, wait, roll to hit first, and I am sorry about that.
And that's also the person we should be rooting for, not fighting against.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get really mad that he's aiming at my friend who we rescued from hell, and so I'm going to rage.
Okay.
And fucking beeline for him on Gehrman.
All right.
And I am going to attack him with my goddamn greatsword.
Now here's the deal. You get 2 attacks with your greatsword, right?
I sure do.
These are your only chances. Because you've got to have... Gurman's got to take the dash action. He's got to keep moving to keep up, or you're going to be abandoned behind enemy lines and swarmed.
That's okay. I mean, he has the big scary gun. So
If you don't take out the big scary gun, look at poor sweet Trendy. He's going to get shot.
He's gonna get shot. I thought I had an I must have missed it already. That's okay.
You did.
Don't forget your 4. Oh yeah.
Don't forget your 4.
Does an 11 plus 12, 23. 24 hits?
Yeah, 24 hits.
24 hits. Alright, so I'm going to use my big girl smite.
Okay.
And I
Oh!
also have...
And just so you guys know, this is not the same stat block, so you do have to do slightly more than 26 damage.
So a second level smite, it's been a while since I've played, I'm so sorry.
3d8.
That is
3d8 rad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so he is uh 37 on the die, plus 9 plus 51.
I love like seeing the calculator.
I have
This is
so many numbers.
Yeah, so that's enough. You just come over and you hit the cannon, and I'm not going to take an action for this, don't worry. But as you're running, as Gurman keeps, doing the torrent thing, just leaping from debris to debris, you take out the 3 ladies and you shoot the like ammo satchel. And guys, way back in the distance, as you guys are hurtling forward, so this is all happening behind you, you see a blast of explosion of green flame. As their chungas are still going crazy, just still like thunk. All right, second attack.
Okay, so the gun is completely.
That yeah,
Guy on the gun.
Guy, yeah, he's smithereens.
Okay, who else is gun and scary with
So yeah, absolutely. There's another drow or Duergar. I was taking fire. If you want to just go ahead and slam that second attack. This is going to be like you took out the main problem. Now you're just getting like another just kind of rifleman. Yeah. Do more than 26 damage.
I sure bet I can do that. I will drop a first level smite.
No kill like overkill, kids.
Oh no.
I can reroll. I can reroll 1s and 2s. Rerolls them into 1s and 2s.
That's the worst. 31.
31 is more than 26. As you cleave through another one, riding past on Gurman as all the enemies get to go. Hey, Trendy, you have total cover because you're in a tank. But you can definitely, like, it's so, I don't know how to, it's tough to describe for me, but it's so loud. The bullets hitting the side of this, ringing and echoing. You do notice that everyone else has some sort of like ear protection on. You don't. Real quick, if you want to add like a narrative thing, is there any way you can magically give yourself some sort of like ear muffs real quick as a free reaction?
Nah.
Cast silence.
I live for war.
That was a good line. All right, but yeah, it is thunderously loud as the tank is just taking massive fire, sticking out heavily as a symbol of Derridax, as a symbol of the Karazhan Corps, and they are trying to destroy it. They have chosen fire. Fire is a good thing that works against a lot of dangerous things in this realm. Fire can deal with most problems, let's say, and the tank is now being bathed in concentrated firepower. You're getting warm, but you're not yet cooking.
I mean, you let Karama baseball a fucking
Yeah, what you trying to do?
shoulder.
Yeah, go.
Can I cast Absorb Elements to add it to the next shot?
Yeah, absolutely. You're like, out of my way! And you slam your hands against the tank, and you realize kind of...
I'll spend the spell slot for it.
Yeah, you realize that like they know they can't like destroy the tank with like bullets, so their idea is to cook the people inside. But you are too swift for this because the true flame is from the sun. As you slam your hands against the wall, and the amount of damage that the tank would it's halved. Yeah, it's halved. As Digital Bath redeems a Bard's Requiem. I have a thing for this. You know what? Today the Bard's Requiem is a pipe. So there you go. That's to remind
There's
you.
the one right here.
Oh, yeah, there you go. So just set that in the middle. You guys have a Bard's Requiem.
Did you have one, Jeremy, or was that just that?
Yeah, I don't think so. For the flame shirt guy, hey!
Cool.
You have like traditional
I'm
bardic.
casting Absorb Elements. You know how it goes.
You have traditional bardic inspiration, but yes. So the damage that was being taken has been reduced. Just so you know how I do this, I have a chart, and the more like flamethrower shots that go on the tank, the more like kind of heat damage the crew is going to take. But because of your Absorb Elements, we're dropping that down. Okay, the rest of you. Karama, what's your armor class?
Nothing.
A bullet gets lodged into your shoulder. You're raging, right?
Yep.
Holy wow. You take 1 point of damage.
Ouch.
You take 1 point of damage. I'm gonna say, Karama, that as the bullet was coming, one of your tails just kind of grabbed it and stopped all the force. So it's just like getting a scratch on your shoulder.
20. Unless they're a hag.
None of them are hags. There are no bodies of water.
That only applies when I'm attacking. With my sword, which I'm not doing because I don't have a way to get out of the cart and back.
Okay, so some bad news for you, my friend. As you're 15 hags. Come on. No. If you see these guys like super cool, like flamethrower things, you notice that like the spear on the end there. You know what spears are really useful against? Horsey.
Not my Gearman.
Yes, your Garmin.
I don't have his.
It's 18.
Okay.
His armor class is 18.
I thought he was made of metal.
No, that's you're thinking of Bakim's
cool
horse.
as
He's made of blood. Gallons of the stuff. All right.
Aren't we all?
The horse has more blood than you.
Oh. Well, considering it's a horse, I would hope so.
Oh my god, this is not true, but it's like I roll damage. Never mind, the horse has far less blood than you do. All right, no, so the first attack misses, but Gehrman is gonna take 11 points of damage as like he's just getting sliced as he's riding through and provoking attacks of opportunity. How much HP does the horse have? Chat or anyone, real quick, just keep focusing. Just we're gonna move on. How much HP does a war horse have?
Wait, how much damage did he take?
20.
That seems a little low.
Seems low? I mean, it's only like a CR, like half creature.
Wait, how much did he take?
He took 11.
Okay, he has 19, so he's down to
on
average.
Okay, this can't be right because the Warhorse should have 18 armor class, but
Warhorse, large beast, AC 11 normally, but you gave it barding via plate mail,
Yeah.
so 18. So its hit points, 19, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
We will tinker with this. That seems pretty low for a divine steed.
A familiar has 1.
You know what? He is stronger than 19 familiars. Sorry. He could kill, like, Tidbit has like 4, so that's a good point. Like 4.
He's 1 HP, but he's got a gun.
He's got 1 HP, but he's got a fucking gun. He's got 1 HP to see 3d6 necrotic damage. Alright, okay, yeah, so Gurman's getting cut up. You might want to pour some lay on him. You know, honestly, just because I don't like that seems wrong to me. If you want, we're gonna kind of live with this, like you're pouring your lay on hands like into the horse to like keep Gurman running.
It's like a free.
Yeah, kind of running.
I mean, horses are notoriously vulnerable in war,
That's true.
They're horses.
Okay, Dandy. More bullet fires coming at you, but you're able to duck underneath. But that's when you guys
points of wisdom for some
see your
reason.
hazard.
Okay.
Up ahead, there's like a blind man curve. There's like a super sharp turn coming at you. Well, a blind man's curve. You guys, that's a a blind turn. And you know with the speed you're going, there's no way you're just gonna shoot off into the distance. You have to somehow find a way to keep the train on the
I'm a
tracks.
fat ass. I'm not worried about that.
Not as fat as Stothix.
This is our ass.
Yeah.
All right, back to Stothix. Stothix, it's your turn.
Okay.
All right,
I attempt to fire the tank, which I thought was pretty cool and invigorating.
isn't it? Yeah.
It sure is.
So, one of the dwarves, once again, he takes the warhead and he puts it in the shot.
Say all the correct things that I've been corrected on multiple
It's just
times.
on the way.
In the right order. I say on the way.
You say on the way, and then roll d20.
Okay, I'll roll a d20 to hit
With
rather than
advantage.
do the damage. With advantage, okay. 1d20. That's a 2. Let's roll it with advantage, thank goodness. That's a 5.
Okay, plus dex plus proficiency.
Plus dex, that's 7. Plus proficiency, that's 12.
That's 12. So thankfully, it's pretty easy to hit the
Did you
ruin.
not bless yourself?
He's never done that.
But he has enough now because Drax's not there, right?
I don't know.
Oh, no,
That's why I got one.
Oh, Bard's Requiem.
Hey.
Hey, look at that.
Hey.
I roll a d8. Let's roll a d8. 1 d8. 8.
I thought you said I was so worried. Okay, good, because you needed a 15.
So that's a 20.
Okay, good. You needed a 15.
I cash in my bardic inspiration.
When you said 1 and then you said D8, I was so worried. I thought you said you rolled a 1. I'm like, no!
I mean,
All right, yeah.
someone's got to put the
Use
fucking
real
tension in this
dice,
battle.
man.
You say on the way, and you slam the round. You aim and you fire. The blood and the shit sprays as you tear through another ruin. Go ahead and roll 12d12 for
It's
me.
Hamilton.
Alexander Hammerhands.
I don't know anything about that.
That's a
Oh,
one.
shit.
Okay.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button. I'm
It's
on my
okay.
character editing screen now. Okay, 12. D. 12. 93.
You went there. You destroy another ruin, but as you see your allies are headed towards peril, you see they're about to like go careening off into the darkness and trying to make this jump, trying to get lined up. You see they're going around a really tight, spinny turn, and they're going way too fast. You
Should have gotten the tank.
remember when Basriel gave you shit for being in the tank?
Yeah, you abandoned your party.
No, you're all in the same combat together.
Oh, pardon me for taking out 2 entire ruins full of enemies.
Yeah, right. And about splitting the party, it's fine. Like with the DM like me, I will if I say, hey, you're getting different card, like it's okay.
It's
Maybe
a dwarven war against all odds. Fuck every dwarf that's with us, and gnome, and every other participant. No, we are the party that we need to protect.
I know you all can handle yourselves. I'm protecting the dwarves.
that's a really good point. And also, when battles get to be on this scope.
Grandma just fucking baseballed a boulder. You guys will be fine.
And when
They can survive a fireball.
these CR1 commoners are doomed! But yeah, when the scope of combat gets this big, as long as you're on the same map, you're really not splitting the party. You know what I mean? Like, okay, all right. Okay, that is the enemy's gone. That is Stothic gone. That is Dandy the Lion!
So Danny's just gonna swing her weight
Okay.
to kind of
Can I
maneuver the cart.
touch you for narrative reasons only?
No.
Okay. I was just gonna come to your face and say, roll me an ass check.
What do I add in the ass?
She's proficient in ass, right?
Definitely proficiency bonus. What stat do you think most represents ass?
Constitution.
Constitution. Con has been called. So,
Or
I'm gonna look
charisma,
at your-
depends
I'm
how
gonna
she
look at your
throwing
picture.
that ass.
That's true. If you're trying to like, yeah, I think in this it'd be con,
Yeah.
because you're not trying to charm
Life-saving
anybody.
ass.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you trying to charm your way out of this or like?
Also, it's apply to saving throws.
No.
No, it doesn't. Not saving throws. Plus, not saving throws.
Less is absolutely
Yeah.
saving throws.
Roll a d4.
It was sort of this.
All right, so with a 27 ass check, Dandy drops it low. You know, so this is going to
She
work.
hit the flow.
Just so you know, this is going to work, but I want you to describe how Dandy twerks her way to correct the path
So she
of
doesn't twerk, but she like slams her ass on like the back of the cart to like tilt it back into place.
So yeah, it's going nearly sideways. She doesn't at the right moment, so it, like sparks just shoot off into the darkness as you slam your ass to keep the wheels on the tracks, and you're almost going like sideways around this turret really, really hard. Like you kind of see like the tank disappearing for a second, but then it like kind of corrects itself. But you guys are now like 2 stories above the battlefield. There are still tons of dwarves and drow and Durgar all around you, but I just want you guys to imagine you are on a much higher elevation now. Okay, good job with your 27 ass check. All right,
Think it's in the business.
that was funny. Okay, all right, yeah, and that is Dandy the Lion back to the top of the round. Captain Hands.
So we're playing a little loosey-goosey, and I have a loosey-goosey idea.
Yeah,
Can I sprinkle the pixie dust on the cart to make it just kind of like,
Eddie,
we'll think of some happy little thoughts to get up that little bit on the track.
Well, let me talk to the. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's a 27 ass, ladies and gentlemen. And let me consult the man who invented the pixie. So yes, but it will consume all the other charges of the item, and you have to sing a happy little song.
I have 6 uses, so it'll take all 6 uses? Don't be that way, trendy.
3.
We say 3. We need the delegation. We'll take 3.
Agreed with her.
We'll take 3 of your charges. And we want
But
you
I
to.
proposition
Okay.
for it
Okay.
to be 2.
No. I'll tell you what. If you were,
You could roll a d4, so you could get anywhere between
Okay.
1 and 4.
we'll give you that, but also want you to know,
So your average is 2.5.
I would have taken 2 if you haven't given my man here shit about being in the tank up top.
Well,
I'm a bard. I'm supposed to give shit.
All right. So yeah, that's my option. You can either take 3 or you can do the D4.
Could be.
It could be 1. Could be 4. 2. Damn.
Okay.
Aha, I got what I
Not me whispering "punish the wicked" under my breath when Cassie rolls a die. Come on, God, I don't ask for much. All right. Yes. So you're able. Can I get a little Peter Pan out of you? Can I get a little as you sprinkle the pixie dust, your bardic voice, the voice of the angel, shreds through the night, and you say,
And we rise up. And then literally rise up.
"Yeah." So your cart's flying. Your cart is going to have a lot better kind of lift and kind
That
of.
was my hope.
Yeah, and you're able to kind of angle it and kind of use the magic, because you're very familiar with the fly spell and flying in general. But this doesn't mean your cart's not just like,
No, I know. I didn't think it was a fly.
through the. It's not just nyakatting through the darkness right now.
Yeah, no. I wanted it as like a
Not yet.
a
Prismatic
support.
spray.
I mean, yeah, like not you know.
Support, not a fly.
If you
Like,
could throw another spell onto it, hey Crum, I have really good news for you. Your cart is flying. You are not at risk at all being like dragged behind on the railroad cars. You're just like floating. So now it's like so you went from like this like holding on like Wile E. Coyote. Now you're like Arnold Schwarzenegger like hanging from a helicopter. You know. So yeah, as you are hanging from this helicopter, just, like going like this, you're passing another ruin, and yeah, you could just swipe and melee.
done.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That wasn't even my action. I just sprinkled pixie dust.
So normally casting a spell is an action.
But it's not a spell.
So if you cast a spell from an item, it's still casting a spell. So like when he uses wand of fireballs, it still takes his action to cast fireball, even though it's the wand doing it. So that is your action.
That is bullshit.
What did you really want to do? Going.
So the next thing I wanted to do was I had a question.
Okay.
When things are heavily obscured, does
Yes.
that mean, I know it means you can't see in, but can they see out?
So typically, when people make these kind of defensive locations, they're designed so they can see out very well. For example, the tank that Trendy's in.
No, I mean the mechanical term heavily obscured.
It's treated as effectively blind. Why?
Because I want to cast fog cloud on a set of the enemies so they can't see us.
Yeah, so that would
And then
absolutely.
they can't shoot.
yes.
Okay, because that was what I wanted to do.
Okay.
I mean, they could still fire basically.
Yeah,
with
blindly, but
disadvantage.
like, yeah.
Great idea for next round.
But it'd be like shooting into the fog. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my goal. But
What you could do with the bonus action is you could inspire anyone that can hear you, which is your entire party if you want to scream out into the space mountain of it all.
yeah, but I only have 3 inspiration left, so
You would have gotten them all back on a short rest. So whatever, so you should have.
I was going to tell you what Brett was said.
Item interaction is not a spell. No, but like how these items work, like again the wand of fireballs, it's not just like you get to cast fireball as a free action, it still takes your action.
I think in this case it's basically being treated like a potion.
Yeah, it's being treated like a potion.
which means it should be a bonus action to consume on
Do we
myself.
let, aside
right?
from potions of healing,
So
how
that
do you
is-
rule action economy? for
That
potions?
is actually an optional rule that we have been using, so I will allow it, where it is a bonus action to quaff a potion and a full action
And
to
I'm
administer.
putting it on
So yeah,
myself.
I will give you that, and you can do your fog cloud.
Okay, yes, yeah. So I'm going to do it 120 feet, so it's the furthest it will reach.
Yeah.
Yep, and I'm doing it as a second level, so it's a 40-foot radius sphere.
Okay. Yeah, so you just pick out one of the ruins and you just completely blind them, causing just kind of mass disturbance and disruption through the battlefield. You hear dwarven cursing and elves like swearing bitterly as no more fire comes from that area. Yeah. All right. Cat in hands, Kurama. You are like, again, you're like hanging from the chopper, one-handed. Do you want to take some swipes at some enemies?
If they're in the vicinity, yeah. If not, I want to try to pull myself up.
Okay, so yeah, there's nothing direct. So like everything that's kind of that you could hit is also falling to its death right now from being just because the ruin itself has been destroyed.
Yeah.
And again, you're a level 13 barbarian. I'm not making you roll to climb a rope. You are able to pull yourself up onto the rope. You see Vasriel channeling, and the dwarves. You see that they have like rope burn and kind of like bruises because they wrapped their arms on this rope, keeping you safe. They're like, "Thank God you're back, laddie!" And they clap you on the shoulder. And yeah, there's definitely things within the range of your gun or any of your other abilities, but not so much in melee now that you're up here. But I will go ahead and move you. What do you want to do with your action? And Miranda, you're on deck.
I guess just to keep an eye on enemies. We'll see like if something pulling up there, can I hold the attack?
Okay, so like if anything comes into melee, you want to hold attack. If you have a ranged attack, you can.
I'm not attuned to it, man. Well, not when I tried to use the ring of the ram last time.
Yeah, you tuned to something. I could have sworn you.
We couldn't figure out why I was attuned.
And I'm so sorry to look up that in between games. I swear you attuned to something that was like better for range. Like,
Yeah.
I swear you attuned to like a better option. I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
Okay. But yeah, so you take up like a stance with your blade, and if anyone tries to invade your minecart, like you're ready for it. And it's kind of funny you mention that, because at that point, again, because I really, really love, this is also loosely based off the Resident Evil 4 mission, you see kind of, as you guys are coming around the curve, another minecart with another door guard with like this weird chainsaw-esque weapon, like swinging around and just kind of like as you guys are about to kind of pair off. So go ahead and roll the hit against him as this other, and what's really weird, Karama, is you have a choice here. You can either attack the minecart or the man. Which one do you want to do?
Nat 20.
You know what? You found a way to hit both. As you cleave straight through the man and the minecart and the rails beneath it. Go ahead and roll damage.
This is why I got in a cart with Karama.
This is why you get in a cart with Karama. The Karama cart. The KC. Yeah, it's my initials.
9 plus 14. 13 plus 16.
13 plus 16?
29.
29 doubled for 48. And then adding rage damage?
Yeah,
Perfect. As you just cleave through the cart as wood splinters and metal blasts out into like the craterous void that your minecart's going over, and you guys can see in the distance the light at the end of the tunnel. All right, Miranda.
Is there anyone within Gammon running range who is like a scary threat right now? Because I got the guy with the gun.
So because
falling, fogged.
Because you guys actually have a really good handle on everything you've done here. Like it's very incredibly how well you guys have handled this. I threw a lot of hazards and weird shit at you, and you guys have. There is another gunner position, and because Gurman has like 120-foot movement speed, you can absolutely get to that one. If you want.
Is it scary gun or is it?
Yeah, it's a big,
gunners?
scary, like tripod recoilless rifle.
Okay, so I will go to big scary gun guy.
Okay, you ride up on him, and again, I want to express to you, like, you're leaping onto the rails, off the rails, up the side, across the rubble.
Miranda only goes for the big
down.
mega guns.
Wait, that's a 9, 10. 22?
Yeah. Now this thing does have a lot of HP.
I'm going to drop another second level smite onto it then.
Rerolling 1s and 2s, baby.
Okay, so that is 3 plus 3 plus
You know what? We should
5 plus 6 plus 7
remind me. We should make a critical hit emoji.
plus 5.
So when people roll nat 20s. It's been 3 years into this, and now
48.
48. Absolutely.
48.
Absolutely. You come down and slam into it, cleaving the gun in half. And once again, it's almost as if the programmers got lazy and they recycle an animation. As you right off, you once again reach back with the 3 ladies, shoot the bomb, the ammo satchel. As the same animation goes off behind you guys in the distance.
That looks familiar.
I don't know why, like, sometimes for me that's so satisfying, like, seeing the repeat animation. Like, I got it! Alright, very well done. That is, the enemies are mostly combat ineffective now. Like, honestly, there's some plunking fire here and there that I'm really not going to worry about, as most of it is featured on the tank. But all the tools that they had to ambush you guys, as they were watching all the different exits that the dwarven forces could have used, you blasted through it. You cleaved through this ambush. Again, there's some plunking fire here and there. An arrow catches the side of your cart. Karama probably bats that back too, as you have made this encounter, you force the enemies to be combat effective. As we come. Because combat ineffective, Stothic, doesn't mean dead. It's your turn.
Can the tank go any faster?
Absolutely. What do you call to Derridax to tell him to step on it? Like, what do you say that you want some speed up here?
You remember that red button you told me not to press?
This one.
Slam that shit.
Okay, that is an 18 on the die. Yeah, the wheels of the Oathkeeper turn red as it's just shooting past.
I want to crash through them. Just...
Yeah, absolutely. One of the like you look up, you make sure that hatch is down and low, and you like as the Oathkeeper just goes through one of the ruins, and that's right when it kind of comes to the light. So blood and stone and the bodies of your enemies and heated steel go blasting out of the tunnel. Dandy.
Sorry, I was away, so I'm not really sure what's left.
Honestly, your allies did really, really good. The one last ruin where like think of these. Each ruin is its own monster, like mechanically, that has like HP and an amount of attacks. As it's like the firing positions are their own creatures. There was only one left, and she put fog cloud over it, and they just like couldn't see. So some other kind of minecarts, kind of like Resident Evil, came shooting up along the sides trying to attack in, but Kurama just took them all down. So
Are we out of combat then?
like essentially, there's things to attack, but they can't hit you. You're like in this really weird, quite kind of interesting place right now. Like you can definitely deal more damage to the enemies, but they can't really affect you. The combat, the creatures are combat ineffective.
Okay, then I end my combat.
Okay, you're like, you know what?
You don't want to just kill a couple of them so they don't go to join the fight?
I feel like the dwarves can handle themselves with it.
They're flying down the carts with us.
There's other dwarves in the city.
Dandy has decided that she doesn't want to kill someone who can't fight her back.
Well, that's lame.
I mean,
bloodthirsty-
the best I can do, because I don't want to waste any more spells on this, is like,
Some of us are full casters.
I guess just pop, like tilt gut, like my gust, and try and blow people off a building.
Don't let her influence
No, it's
you.
okay.
Don't let her influence you.
No, she's right. See? So I'm just gonna try and blow people off of their ruins.
Absolutely.
Blow those people.
All right. Yeah. Very, very well done, guys. And you have blasted out of the siege. The rails meet up with the beautiful external light. Stars twinkle and give you these cascading green and pink novas. As I don't know if you guys have ever been. Give me some different music, something more peaceful. I don't know if you guys have ever gotten really, really far away from the cities, maybe in a different country, and just seen how starlight is actually like kind of different colors, and you're just kind of basking all in that glow. As for the first time in a while, you guys are outside.
Oh. Katie takes in a huge breath of air.
Yeah.
It's not city enough for you.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, no, she'd take a breath anyway, because that smelled of rot
Yeah.
and sewer.
That's fair.
But yeah,
Do some more urine.
the minecarts creaked, heavily damaged, like still with like flaming arrows kind of plucked into the sides. Not enough to fully
Pour
ignite
coffee
it.
on them.
You pour coffee on them. Not quite enough to destroy your minecarts, but you guys are outside of the city. The tanks and everyone else pulls up. It looks like everybody was kind of assaulted in some sort of way, but definitely you guys kind of broke the block. That's a word. You guys definitely broke the blockade, kind of with the Oathkeeper in the front, blasting through, clearing a path for the rest of the supplies and the rest of the tanks to come up after. So you guys have completed your mission.
Poggers.
Very, very swiftly, Rue is unloaded and given, and kind of comes up to you guys. How does she react to what she's just been through?
Well, that was fucking sick.
That was a great idea with the fog cloud to come to the enemy!
Oh yeah, you're deaf.
Yeah. What?
If you don't mind, at least until you take a short rest, treat your character as suffering from deafness.
Yeah, I'll just have a case of minor tinnitus! No big deal!
You are so loud.
You hear a voice in your head.
Can I give him a good berry?
I don't. Does good berry cure tendonitis?
I don't know, it heals you. Like, I mean, if it heals you, it would heal your eardrums.
You definitely got a ringing if you want to keep role playing it, but like you think the long term.
Once I get the
This.
I just like.
All right.
I'm assuming they have a way to notify their people that like they're in, like the Durgar and the Drow are inside of the fortress.
So the Durgar were never inside the fortress. They were waiting in the Underdark, like right outside the fortress, like for you guys to
Okay,
come out.
so it wasn't like.
Remember those big stone doors that were going to crash in, open, and then close?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
I
that-
thought there was like.
No, they so like imagine like a road to the Karazankor. There was like a secret road in the Underdark. There was a way to get
Gotcha,
the Karazankor
okay.
from the Underdark. There was like a back door, and that's what you
Okay.
guys took.
Gotcha.
But yeah. But yeah, you guys have a moment here before we wrap as you part with the true High King and go off to destroy the wicked King, handsome flower, super nice man. King Lead Fury, the evil king.
I would like to go to King Derridax. And I'm imagining he's looking out somewhere. I'm gonna kind of look out the same way as him, sort of like.
There's like a burning horse in the distance.
Horse?
Yeah, there's like a burning horse in the distance moving crazy fast, and there's some sort of other battle, just like skirmishes just kind of happening off in the distance quite far away. That he's kind of surveying and looking, and already planning his next attack to help out with whatever skirmish is happening over there.
Do you have any final words for your father?
I gave you 50 years to change, and I never wanted this.
It will be said.
All right. Is there anything else you guys do as you shoot off to slay a king?
How are we shooting off?
You will rendezvous with your ship pretty post haste. Like the next session will probably be you guys trying to find your ship in this war zone, connect up with it, and really move.
Where are you?
We'll do that.
I can do it immediately. It was my new ability.
We will.
Very excited.
We deal with the NPCs in front of you, and if we will start there with you guys coordinating to get.
Thanks for letting me drive.
Derridax puts his hand on your, like, I guess waist because it can't really reach
Yeah.
your shoulder. But you've dealt with dwarves before. It's not really, yeah. It's like a fist on your. You know what? I like this short folk. A fist on the forearm.
Yeah, we'll just do like a fist bump.
Yeah, and he's just like,
A little firework goes off.
that was incredible. Thank you for saving my gunner. Thank you. You did. There's a lot happening. There was a lot of different commands being thrown at you all at the same time, and you did great. You can be my wingman anytime.
And, like a fucking hawk soars by in the background.
Does he hear any of that?
You feel it.
I have the observant feat. I can read lips.
You
Fuck
really?
yeah.
Yes!
How dare you?
He also ate a good berry. He's fine now.
That's fair.
All right. And not to put you guys in a spot, you don't have to do anything, but Karama, Basriel, and Dandy, I don't want to rob you at this moment. You are not going to see these characters for a pretty long time. I think you don't have Dandy.
I was about to say I don't have any like emotional connection aside from she kind of looks at Derridax and we'll take care of her. And from between her titties, she pulls out Tidbit and sets him upon Rue's shoulder.
How does Tidbit react?
Be Rue for a minute.
Is this a rat?
Listen here, bitch.
Weak, weak.
Squeak is squeak. You do anything funny to Dandy? I don't care how many dwarves love you.
Dandy
I'm fucking shoot you.
just puts her.
Your security.
I am for you.
No.
Yes,
This is who you're guarding.
I am. But I'm making sure she knows how things are gonna go down.
It's fine. She doesn't understand him.
I will. Squeak, 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 squeak.
Does that rat have a fucking gun?
Squeakums! He looks there and goes, squeakums, motherfucker.
Does he also like?
He also shows his vampire teeth.
What kind of druid bullshit is this?
The best kind.
Sounding less like Samuel L. Jackson and more like Eddie Murphy. Like
And
the
he's
more
just-
you
I was
go
about to say,
on.
I feel
He has been
over
known to play an
time.
animal companion from time to time.
Over
Yeah.
We really need to change his voice because I'm not gonna do that voice. I'm uncomfortable with it.
I'm not trying to do it. I'm just trying to give like a weird intensity with a lot of swearing. That's all it is. Just weird. All Tidbit is weird intensity with a lot of swearing. I understand that brings to mind a lot of different comedians and actors. That is just weird intense energy and staring. But like you could say weird intense energy and cursing is like Kevin Hart. It's a lot of different.
I just meant the gang part.
Gang's just that's Lilo and Stitch because Ohana is gang.
That's definitely what they say. In
Yeah.
Tidbit will have a
Ohana means gang,
very
gang.
different accent when we do the familiar episode.
That is totally fine.
Do you not also have a raccoon?
I do, but he doesn't have a gun.
It will be recast.
Tidbit will be recast. Yeah, that's right.
You know what we'll do? We'll have Tidbit get like super drunk for some reason, so he's just like a little bit different,
He
sounding.
just has a normal like
Yeah.
Brooklyn
He'll be
accent.
recast.
Yeah, Brooklyn works. Yeah, make him Joey Wheeler. Make him like Joey. But yeah, just all the intent with Tidbit is like weird intensity and a lot of swearing
You could just be you then.
and a love of violence. I always say my intensity is weird. But yeah, in the distance you see that like burning horse and a lot of like crazy violence happening as multiple different skirmishes are happening all over. And oh shit, yeah. Deradax looks at you and he says, as you say, like, we'll take care of the route. And he says, we haven't had a lot of time, but I hear you're a druid of a city.
Yes, sir.
When you're in Karak Ignis, don't just look at it as a warrior taking out a king. Look at it as a city druid. Find a way. And he puts his hand on your shoulder. Because you're about the same height being a satyr.
Yeah.
Find a way to heal that city. Give it something. Give it a symbol. Give it something.
That's her.
Well, I was hoping you could also bring nature back into this industrial. I trust the druid.
You said give it some. I'm sorry.
I don't want to say like a really nice tree, but I trust you. And
Well, no, that's true.
you'll
She's
see.
gonna infest it with rats. Those are nature too.
I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I can fix the city with my sewer rats.
No, he's like, but he tells you to look at the city from your perspective as a city druid and improve it that way as well, because it is wounded and dying, and so he feels that it needs that healing that only a city druid can give it. And with that, you guys run off. Captain Vazriel communicating
Thank you for correcting
with-
yourself, DM.
You're welcome. With Corporal Charles Grudgebearer. And in 2 weeks, you guys will escape the war zone. Probably some more fighting. You will escape the war zone and be heading through the Sajcanthian frontier to go kill a king and create civil unrest.
Oh shit. I ain't gonna be here.
Karama will go inside Dandy. Wait. Well, great weapon user. Great weapon user. Walk right in.
I ain't fucking with an Alondo's bitch.
We will figure it out, guys.
It's all good.
Thank you so much for being here. I know this was a bit of a kind of a high concept, loosey goosey combat, but you guys handled it really, really well. What was everybody's like favorite part as I'm trying to settle, as I'm trying to make a raid? Chat
Ass.
and table. Please tell me your favorite part.
Ass.
That was a good part.
27 ass.
27 on an ass check.
That's good.
I enjoyed the mental imagery of Kurama being very anime and jumping on his little boulders and shing shing shing.
Boom. All right. Anybody else? Because I haven't done it yet.
I got to drive a tank. I mean,
That's pretty
can't really top that, man. You know.
Big
That's
gun,
pretty sick.
97 damage.
97 damage, dude. That was a lot.
Oh
I didn't sneak attack a single person. I like only use magic.
Well, it's like you're a bard.
Well, you
I'm
cut
a
out
bard
their
or something.
whole like visibility.
Yeah.
So that was pretty sick.
That was pretty sick. I won't lie. I thought about cloud killing.
Cloud kill. I just thought about cloud. That would have worked.
It would have worked.
Because the cool thing about cloud kill is it also gives obscure. So it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fog cloud, but it murders you.
I need y'all to know when we were in the Vampire Coast, I really wanted us to get on a ship, like where they were fleeing, and just do it into like the hole and close the door.
Oh my god! You know what?
man,
You know what?
there's so
Fuck it.
time.
That happened at Subway. There were so many naval battles. There was one of them where you just like, tunk. Like absolutely. So we're raiding into Night Party. A really cool streamer. Guys,
She's really cool, and I'm a mod over there.
yes. So thank you guys so much for coming here. We will see you in 2 weeks. I will see you on Tuesday. Sorry there were so many moving pieces. I think I communicated effectively a little bit at times, and I appreciate grace from my players with that, and I do apologize. But thank you guys so much. See you next Saturday, and have a great time. Bye.
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 All right, YouTube can probably still hear us.